to mute my stuff. Let me pop this on. And then I guess
go.
Yes, sir. Right. What's up, guys? Thank you for coming to the live stream. I have a special guest tonight. I got Maidens World of Wax, my buddy from Canada. Thanks for coming on. I also got a Christmas card from my good friend, my Linda Elliott. I'll open it up on the stream. Another cool thing, I got guitar off the cuff. David G is providing the music for the stream, and maybe for all the other streams. So, sit back, enjoy, connect with each other. Modern Day Breakfast Club up in the house. Peace out. What's up, guys? How's it going? Look who I got. I got him all the way straight from Canada. It was hard, but we did it. We made it happen. Yeah, so we got Maiden up on here. We got Guitar Off the Cuff, who's in here right now. Let me just welcome people before we start it up. If you guys want to know, I'll be playing some jams that Guitar Off the Cuff had sent me. That jam within the video, that was from our buddy David there. And then he provided another sample. I could play it as we're walking and talking through. Let's go welcome these people who came through. Oh my God, the chat goes up. What's up, Robert Springs? Joel and Spike popped in. Catatainment. Judy popped in here. Leafs Dutch Pinay, thank you for coming in a little earlier. Going Rascal and Lucy. I'll be at work, but when the live goes, so I would just let you know. So yeah, Renee, Rascal and Lucy as at work, but popped in earlier, made a little comment. And let's see, Sydney Cat, how are we doing? Meow, Sydney Cat. And God is great. Titus popping in, saying hello to Robert. And Sunny Stormy, welcome, Sunny Stormy. And I saw some new people up in here. John Swerzik, he's like the wind, right? John Swerzik, Shenandoah Valley, he's like the wind for sure. What's up, John?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then Baron, welcome, Baron. Blessings. And I think I saw one of my friends up on here, Miss J. Janet. Hello. Hey, guys, if you don't know Miss J, a good friend was around when we had 2 or 3 people up in the live stream. Welcome, Janet. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Guys, connect with Janet. She's a super awesome friend. She does crafts. She's fantastic. Yeah, you will not be disappointed if you connect with my good friend, Janet. Welcome, Janet. Miss Jackson. No, it's just Janet. And of course, we got Allison Pearl Jam, my oldest friend on YouTube. What's up? Kumusta? And retirement, Betty. How are we doing? And let's go going down through the chat. And there we go. You're welcome, everybody. And I want to introduce you guys to the man of the hour, Maidens World of Wax.
Wait, where is he?
He's right here,
man.
Yeah, and we're both wearing basketball jerseys.
Well, I said I was going to do this last night on Tim's live, but I wasn't feeling that great. And I'm not feeling great now, but I'm here. So that's a little 76ers love for my man, Dr. J. Hell yeah, that's how we do it.
Dr.
Everybody
J.
knows how we do. Yeah, and Zach Sports Cards and Collectibles goes live too in a little bit. So
what time?
I believe it's 10:30, 10 o'clock Eastern, 10:30 Eastern.
10:30 Eastern.
I believe so, right. Yes. I didn't get invited this week, Zach. Hint, hint. I'm just teasing. Glad to see you, buddy. Hi, John. Hi, Rafi. Hi, Miss J. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
I am for. Oh, wait, copyright. Real.
Yeah, no, I see it. I stopped myself. Oh, it's 9:30 Eastern. Okay, cool. Remember, I'm an hour ahead of Zach, so I get confused.
Okay, I'm writing this down. What's up, Zach? How are we doing? What's up, Danielle Davis? How are we doing? Modern Day Breakfast Club in the house. Most everybody up on here is part of the Modern Day Breakfast Club. So Zach has a live at 9:30. Adam of Catatainment has a premiere at 8:30 p.m. Central, right after mine. I'll be cutting off right at 8, so 8 or so. Hopefully, I can stay on long enough to filter everybody over to Adam's premiere, and then as that ends, I could probably say, "Hey, go to Zach's live afterwards." And everybody, yeah, these are Modern Day Breakfast Club, awesome people here.
Yes, the club has gotten bigger.
Yeah, and it's been so fun.
It has,
you know,
been
with
fun.
connections and stuff.
Absolutely.
Ripping 3 years on Russ. Yes. Oh yeah, guys. Miss J, Janet. Yeah. The new ones on here that you might not see too much. Miss J, Janet. Please connect with her. Super awesome friend of mine. One of my oldest friends. Raph is my oldest, but she's one of my oldest. Connect with Zach Sports Club's Cards and Collectibles. He has a live stream at 9:30.
Yeah,
and then Gamer, what's up? And then and most everybody kind of knows each other within here. If you don't, say hello. We're all part of the Modern Day Breakfast Club, and we got microphones up here. We got some microphones. If you want,
we're doing. Yeah, that's for you, John.
Yeah, it's for John. Yeah, Titus. Yeah, so yeah. If you want to know what's playing in the background, it's a smooth jams provided to us by David G. Guitar off the super
smoothest of jams, I might add. The smoothest of jams.
Hey, Maiden, I thought I heard is David gonna pop on one of your lives someday?
Yeah, but after Christmas, I'm gonna do a Maiden. I'm only gonna do a live Maiden on Monday once a month because there's too much Maiden going around now, man. Like, I don't want to do this for a living, and I certainly don't want to do this for a job. I worked my whole life, and I just want to chill.
All right.
So, you know what I mean? Like, once it becomes a job, seriously, I quit. I'm done.
Yes.
It's just because, this is my creative outlet, right? I was a computer designer. I was a software engineer for a number of years. That was my creativity. And fortune favored me to be able to look after my kids and take some time to myself. And then I found this, and I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. And I've been learning all of that aspect of technology when I was more into the real nuts and bolts of things.
Right.
So, again, if it starts to become a job, I'm just going to get played out. And I don't want that to happen. So
we seriously do not want that. I scaled back. Yesterday was my wife's birthday, and I said, I'm closing all computers and hanging out. And it was hard, but, it's fine. I caught up today, and we're good to go. But yeah, yesterday was my wife's birthday. Let me just say hello to my Linda. My Linda, I got the card. I'm going to open it up. Thank you so much. The first set of Christmas cards is coming in. So I got my Linda's up in the up. And
do you have any masking tape?
Masking tape?
Yes.
Maybe.
Let me show you something. One moment. One moment, please.
All right. Oh, so yeah, guys, as Maiden is doing that, I got you. I'm going to open up the Christmas card from my Linda. Thank you, guys. And then I know I gave one to Maiden. I gave one to the melanated.
I was just going to say, just block it out. Block out people's mailing so people don't open.
Oh, my gosh. Look. Merry Christmas from Domino and my Linda. Thank you so much, my Linda. And Maiden, check this out.
What's good, Rook?
I got me some Wendy's. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's dope. Because here's a funny story. I went to Wendy's today for the first time in 5 years. I didn't even know where the condiments were, where the drink machines were, nothing. I haven't been there. I don't go there at all. And it was across the street from where I had to go today with my son. So I was like, And we did the Baconators. We Baconated it. And I'm going to pay for it later, but it's all right. We got Rook to drop by, so thank you, Rook. I hope you're all right.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Rook? And what's up, Ray? Rudini in the house. Rudini's holding at 500, which is a good thing. And my Linda, thank you so much. As you guys may know, I don't know if I told you this.
Right on, Ray.
I have not eaten out since August because it's just a saving money kind of thing. But you know where this guy's going to go tomorrow? He's going to get him 2 Baconators.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you, my Linda. Thank you so much. And yeah,
well done.
The mail is slow. So I want to send over to you, one over to Callie and Jordan squad, one over to I saw 2 for Cat. I sent one to Budapest or something for to Adriana, and then I sent one Melinda and I believe Kim Artist. But as you know, the mail has been super slow. What's up, Joel and Spike? How are we doing?
Not good. Not good at all. I'm sorry to hear that, Joel.
Oh
I'm
yes,
thinking of
man.
you and your family. I am so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I saw the message there. Yeah, so thoughts and prayers going out to Joel and Spike, guys.
Yeah,
I
can
know.
we all put Joel in our prayers and think of his family right now? That's too bad, Joel. Sorry to hear that. Oh, and Zach is doing what Zach does best, helping you save money. He says use coupons on the Wendy's app and it saves money. I wish I would have known that at like 12 o'clock this afternoon, Zach. But thank you. I will do so.
Thank you, Zach. I will look into that because I am all about saving some money right now.
We all are. This economy is tough, man. People aren't eating. People don't have places to live. It's tough out there, bro. So if you can save money, do it. Like, if you don't, you're stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to waste $8 on a bottle of water. Well, okay, you're a moron. Sorry, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Zach has no way of saving money. And so
for sure I will, Zach. And you want to hear something even funnier than that, though? The same people that buy the $8 waters and drive the Benz are broke. They are so broke. They live on credit cards and minimum payments. You know, and the guy that you see that doesn't have all the flashy crap, guess what? He has no debt. So remember, half of the population in the world has no money in their bank account. If you have $1,000 in your savings account, you're richer than half of the people in the world.
That is so true. I'm building mine back up because, I went on vacation and those credit cards, I'm like, no, I'm not going to eat out. I'm just going to cook. I know how to cook. I'll make it happen.
Now, for myself, with my 2 kids, I have to have that one day off a week, bro. I have to because I'm doing it all, right? Like, I'm doing everything. I don't have a girlfriend right now, so it's just me and the 2 kiddos, and we're just doing it, you know? And sometimes I'm like, Domino's, what up? You know, hook me up, you know, or going down the street because I live, like I said, on the north end of town. So within 5-minute walking distance, I got Papa John's, I got all the crap, you know. But Wendy's is far away, and so is McDonald's. So I'm lucky that way, right?
Oh man, like where I live, everything is so close. It's within a 5-minute drive. So it's like, it's so hard to just pass these things. It's like, craziness.
Oh, hi, Annabelle.
Hello, Annabelle. So if you guys don't know, I have Maidens World of Wax with me right here. I pinned his channel link up on top. He's working his way towards 1,000 bananas friends. He's working his way there, and he's going to get there. He's hopefully get there before we do the dance-off.
Fellow degenerates, you know how we do.
The degenerates. That's the Breakfast Club, right? The Breakfast Club were degenerate because they were all in detention anyway, right?
Wait. We could work something into that. I like the mafia one better, but we could work into that the degenerates there. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Let's do it, man. Like, you know what? I'm so stoked. I thought if I get 100 subs by Christmas time, because I started all this in March, right?
March, yes. Your first video.
My first video was March the 5th. So, and I had like 2 people subscribe to me. CHC, so Kevin from Center Hill Cards, and Jim Maynard, the Card Kitchen, because they were buddies from COG, like buddies that I hung out with in the card community. So just to be able to talk back and forth, we connected and emailed or whatever. But I was hoping if I get 100 by Christmas, I'll be happy. I am floored by all of this thing. I like last year. Would I be doing AI? No. Would I be doing card stuff? Yeah, but not on TV. You know, like I wouldn't be doing this. So it's been a pretty cool little fun little thing.
Yeah, I'm like people. Yeah, and what's cool is like we share and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, let's look at this. I play with the idea of AI. And I made your little tag right above your head right there. I took the liberty. I'm like, let me make. Yeah, sorry about that. So I was like, it looks like he likes the color teal, so I'm gonna keep teal there. I'll put the Canadian.
Yeah, it brings the color out of my eyes.
Yeah,
makes
your
my
eyes.
ankles look better.
Yes,
Makes
sir.
my ankles look better.
Yeah, now I wanted to make the baseball look a little better. Oh, what is that on your head? What is that
I
on your
can't.
head?
It's funny. Well, we all know what it is, but I can't because you're sort of trying to get there. You're a little bit ahead of me, so I'm not going to sabotage the live. But
It's fine. It's so fine.
until I get that email, I'm going to do crap like that. I'm just saying.
Guys, if you don't know Maiden, he'll tell you how it is, but down to earth, he has a big heart, and he's a super fantastic friend, guys. I pinned his channel link. Let's make his dreams come true and get him closer to 1K. You go and connect with him. He will be right back there, and he will go do the same with you.
Check out Miss Jackson. Now I really got to say it. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Just sorry.
I really am. But, I'm for real. Just saying.
Yeah, I am. Hey, what's up, Martha? Martha makes art. Hello, how you doing? I got Maiden on here, guys. If you don't know Maiden, his channel link is up on top. Speaking of which, with penis hats and stuff, my last live stream, I had to mute 2 of the songs.
The fact that you even said it, I've already won. I've already won today.
You did. I might have to mute this little section, so I had to actually mute 2 parts of me playing guitar on my last live stream because we cannot mute. I was like, okay, whatever, it's just the intro. But it's cool. I maybe kind of do this one for getting people connected, right?
For real. And here's the funny thing. David just made a wonderful comment. Thank you, David. I'm glad we're pals. He says, Maiden's the man who's killer music discussions. Thank you. And you want to know something else? I have ADHD too, but I'm not medicated because I don't have to go to work anymore. So I'm just like, squirrels, you know what I mean? I'm like, whatever. So yeah, and plus I'm hopped up on NyQuil because I'm sick.
Man,
I do want to say one thing. I do. I just caught the tail end of Annabelle Atwood's live today, and Annabelle, you are probably the best example of a selfless, tireless, hardworking mom that I've ever seen. And if anybody could have even 10% of the dedication you show Dom, this world will be a whole other ball game in another place. So you deserve a huge debt of gratitude from all of us. I'm like, that blows me away. So I just wanted to say that. I don't know how to say it, but you're doing a darn good job. He's lucky to have you.
Yes,
he really is.
Yeah, and then you I commented on her one where she went to the church, the performance thing, right? I said, you should give yourself some fun every once in a while. And she's like, that's the most fun I've had a long time, if not ever. And I'm like, you should, you work so hard to do such a good thing. You have some fun every once in a while for yourself like that, and just to keep it going, right? Wait, hold up, guys. Maiden, look at this. Ray just touched darkness. This has been one of those things leading up. So yeah, he's been working out. So Rudini has this cat has been trying to get to darkness. Yeah, he has touched darkness. That's a big one.
Awesome. Now, if I don't touch a cheeseburger today, that's pretty awesome. I didn't get this slim by, eating freaking lettuce and celery. Now, I do have nice teeth, and they do work for celery really well. But I'm a cheeseburger feller.
Okay, so Burpee Yoga Uncle, the super awesome dude, was telling us about monetization and things like that a while back. I think he may be on my episode 2. This is episode 6, right, of the interviews. Reality with actual face-to-face, everything could be fake. What a freaking sad world. I watched the
word, man.
Yeah, but it's craziness because I watched that one with Julia Roberts and Kevin Bacon and Ethan Hawke. It was that one where the internet and all that stuff. I actually watched that last night when we just hung out, watched some TV and stuff. So I was like, wow, it's gonna be a crazy thing. But the thing is, I could do both. I actually crave the top part, But
no, we're in a weird place in the world, and not that I want to get too political or whatever, or get into that whole discussion. But it does make you wonder, though, if AI is going to come by and stop generating really cool pictures, and and take over Skynet. And next thing you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to be knocking on my door, going, "I'm back. Come on." Let's go. And that's a little scary. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That's kind of scary stuff.
It is some scary stuff. So, hey, welcome DL, National Parks Princess. Welcome Black Widow Channel. Yeah, so everyone here has got a great thing. Great, and they're very helpful, and they share cool stuff.
Up too.
Oh, what's up, Ifany? Yeah, positivity in the house here, guys. You know what's cool about all of us is we have this positive nature to us, and you just kind of gravitate, right? So, and yeah, Burpee Yoga, think of singularity will happen. I mean, I've noticed
I'm saying before we check out.
Oh, for sure.
In my kid's lifetime, my kid's already like, hey, man, you know what? If I can be a cyborg, I will. Not a problem. I'll do it right now. I'm like, whoa, guy. But again, these kids grew up with technology, right? They've been playing on iPads since they were 2 years old. To them, it's nothing scary because they don't know any different. For us, older folk, we know what life was like when you actually had to read a book and know stuff at school, and we're actually tested, instead of pushed through school because it's essentially state-sponsored daycare. Again, I got some pretty strong views about that, but I'm hoping that the pendulum, again, like everything, will swing back a little bit to the center and we can get a handle on some of this junk, like colonization and all that kind of crazy stuff. Because you know what? As a society, our generation, Bert, has failed miserably. Miserably.
Yes, sir. All around the world, it depends. It
but
is.
I am hopeful that we will get it together. I really do. And I think we will. I do too.
Oh, hey. Good night, Annabelle. Guys, if anybody could drop Annabelle's link in there, I could drop it. But guys, connect with Annabelle Atwood. She does the God's work, and she puts on a smile and just goes through life. It stays positive with all this, whatever's going on.
She's a great mom.
With a smile. And just
go help out her kid. Go support her, man. Go help out her kid. There's a GoFundMe. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Go help Dawn.
Oh, yes. What I'll do is let me go ahead and drop her channel link, guys. Please connect with Annabelle Atwood.
Yeah.
She is an awesome friend and a member of the MDBC.
If you're gonna go spend $8 on water or $6 at Starbucks, it can be better spent somewhere else for one day.
All right, I'm just gonna replace that pinned comment real quick with Annabelle's if I could get that heart emoji out of the way.
No, and you're right, and I know where Burpee Uncle's going with that because of the whole Doha thing where, everybody got together at COB and talked about pollution and AI and all the regulations. I think they already have. You guys have no idea what your government has under wraps in America when it comes to military technology. Think about what they did in the 2000s with 70s technology.
Yeah.
So again, not to get anything crazy into these discussions because I don't want to get anybody in trouble or get labeled or anything because remember, I'm a Canadian, so I don't lean either way. I got my own problems up here. We have our own problems. Like we have our own problems. I'm serious. Like foreign countries putting police stations in our major cities to chase down dissidents. We have our own problems. So I'm not throwing rocks at glass houses. But I will say, I love America. I've loved America my whole life. I grew up an hour from the border. I've never been an hour from the border except for when I went up north and worked up north for a little while.
You should come down and come down, check it out. I know I do want to see Canada one day soon. If I go, I'm going to check you out for sure.
I hope you do. Come to the East Coast. Yeah. Like it's really cool. Come to Newfoundland. Come to Nova Scotia. Come to New Brunswick. Go to Maine. Eat some lobster. Like you're a Pino, man. Go eat some seafood up here.
Yeah, for sure. We can do that.
Come on, man. I'll hook you up. I'll show you where all the places are. Okay.
What's up, Patty Fish?
Studies teacher. Do you know where the Vikings landed here before?
Yeah, they supposedly up.
It says Newfoundland.
Yeah.
I lived 20 minutes from there for 2 years when I worked for the government up there. And it was the coolest thing to be able to just go down there for a Sunday drive and drive right past that site at Lanceau Meadows. And you know what? I haven't been back in a few years. I miss it. But there's stuff like that here. Where the Cajuns came to America, the French Acadians down in Louisiana, they're from here. They're my cousins, my mom's side. Where the expulsion happened, where the British beat the French in 1755, is literally 20 minutes down the street from here. I'll show you. If you go to my Instagram, I'll show you a picture of where it happened.
No, I'm gonna visit one day, man, for sure. You're gonna show me like there it is right there.
That was there from the 1600s. It's nuts. But it's one of those things when you grow up in an area, you don't know the history that's there until you get older. Because remember, you're focused on leaving, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I got to do my own thing. I got to walk. I got to go. I got to do my thing. But then when you're older and you want to come home because your parents are there and you want to take care of them and look at, that family thing, then you're like, oh, I'm going to look into this history a bit. And then you find out there's all this cool stuff that's just in textbooks, just in your backyard.
There is.
It's really cool. Oh yeah, well, we're all at the internet. We all have a phone. I'm just reading Burpee Uncle's comment there. Oh yeah, if everybody's got a phone on them, you've been tracked since you got a cell phone, guy.
Right. And John, where John stays there, like, because I used to live in West Virginia and I'd travel Kentucky, Tennessee, Virginia. There, John has a lot of Revolutionary War and Civil War history within where he stays in Virginia. So I mean,
oh heck yeah,
yeah, lots and lots of cool stuff.
Heck yeah. All those places, man, like especially West Virginia, like, and I'm telling you, man, they're like, people get judgmental about people's heritage and their flags and all of this sort of thing. But you know what? If we could all just take a minute and love each other and understand each other, this world would be a whole lot better. It really would, man. Like, I'm sorry, but yes, Tranquil. Remember I told you I had family in Lafayette? Yeah. Because they're Acadians. They're Cajuns now, but they're Acadians. They're Cormiers. So, or in your guys' case, Cormier. I still don't know how the hell you say Cormier, but at a Cormier, but it is what it is. But yeah, we went down there out to New Orleans and oh my gosh, 2004. And there's a vibe in New Orleans, man. If you've never been, I can't explain it to you until you've been there. There's a vibe. It's a weird place. I think the place, I don't know. I don't believe in any of that crazy stuff. Or do I? I don't know. I'm just not smart enough to know one way or the other. So I just, whatever. But there's a vibe there.
Yeah.
Dark.
There's dark. Like an energy because I've been 3 or 4 times and I'm like, hey, whoa, what is that? Because I feel things. I feel like I'm an empath, right? Because I can feel emotions from people. And it just feels weird.
It does. It's got a weird, dark past. But I love that place. I love that place. Guy.
It is fun, for real.
Like, yeah. I love the jazz music because I'm a music guy, right? Like, yes, I do cards because I did cards because my kids were back into it. And I did them when I was a kid. But I'm a music guy. Like, behind me, I got a 5,000 record collection behind me. Not only that, I got another 1,200 cassettes right here. And my CDs are put in my closet because I just don't get time for them. But I love music. So whether it's jazz, bluegrass, funk, American gospel, I love it. I don't care. Hip hop. Like, example, today I went from listening to NWA to Suicidal Tendencies to Metallica to Johnny Cash to Tupac Shakur. Now tell me.
That is.
The hell's wrong with that boy?
That's called ADHD. That's me. Because like I can go from I go into Never Gonna Give You, and I go into like, let me listen to some Sade, and then hey, you know what? I want to listen to some Kenny G. Let's check this out, and then I'll go into some like Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, and it's like that to that to that to that. I'm like, wow, it makes no sense. And yes, David, I am, and I use weird because when I was a kid, I was pretty bad, and I was able to like convince people to do dumb crap. And I would know when people are going to cry, and I just poke at it until they cry. And I'm like, haha. Now I use it for good. Like, okay, are you okay? You got to use it. For me as a teacher, I feel, I'm like, hey, man, I know you're not feeling it today. Tell you what, like, I'm going to let you be today, but tomorrow you're going to get me, right? You're going to do work. I got you. And I'll let them be, man. Like, it's a day, one day.
Heck yeah.
And after I give them that one day, I get weeks I get everything, you know, like, okay, you got me today, cool, you know. But it's feeling that, right? And it helps when you get to ask people when they're up for it, and you don't. Sometimes you just don't say anything to them. Just leave them be. You know, a lot of times you just leave them be. You just say, "Hey, I'm here if you need me, man. I'll be here."
Excuse me. My lungs are burning.
Oh my goodness.
But anyways, I already got lung problems anyway, so it's just a matter of what. There was something that came up in the chat. I'm sorry, I'm just because I have my screen off to the side.
Yeah.
If you ever notice, I'm always in the side profile because I think I have a big head, so I don't like to be one-on-one.
Well, I got a monstrous forehead.
Oh, I got a 5 head. It's not a 4 head. It's a 5.
Oh my God, me too.
But Robert Spring says that's the way you're supposed to do it. And what I'd like to say, Robert, to that is that's the way I choose to live.
Thank you so much.
That way. Oh, thank you, Black Widow. Hell yeah. But no, that's the way I choose to live. I'm really introspective about things, and I try not to make waves, and I try to do the right things. I openly wake up and say, I'm blessed to wake up. I check, make sure everything still works. You know, like eyes, nose, knees, and toes, all that crap. And then I'm like, all right, cool. Now, my whole day I spent to try not to do anything to anybody that's negative, and I just try to live a nice life. You know, do I belong to some crazy cult thing? No, I don't. Do I believe in the big guy upstairs? Heck yeah, how could you not? Especially nowadays. Ooh, man. But that's my own personal thing. That doesn't mean that I don't swear, because I do. That doesn't mean I don't smoke, because I did. I'm off the cigarettes for 5 years now, thank God. Now, it still may kill me, and the jury's still not out on that, but, you know, knock on wood, hopefully, God willing, that I'm still around. But I choose to make people happy, like you said. Sure, could I troll people to the point of tears? Yes. Because I was that guy too. Like, I would just start going like this, that nerve, and I'd just keep going.
Yeah.
Like, I had a friend that I grew up with, God bless him. He was a Patriots fan, okay? And I'm a Bills fan. So there's a rivalry there, Bert, that goes back like fisticuffs, right? Like, I'm talking like serious fisticuffs. So we started having beers. This is back when I drank. I don't drink anymore, but back then. So it was like around 7 o'clock, first beer. I started teasing him about this guy named Vance Law. So every time he would say something, I'm like, well, Vance would do this, and Vance would do that. You know, just kind of bugging him. And by the end of the night, he was trying to fight with me and pulled me into the cab and fisticuffs in the back seat. And everybody was laughing. And the more angrier he got, the funnier it was for me. And then I went home and I thought about it. I'm like, you're a jerk, guy. Why are you doing that for? Yeah, but again, sometimes friendly ribbing kind of gets out of control. But it wasn't friendly ribbing. I was being a jerk.
Right.
And I realized that. And so I don't do that anymore.
You know what's crazy?
You come at me with an attitude.
Only the ones that deserve it. That I only give it to who deserves it, because some people really need to be told how to be. And, you know, like, just because we got to be working together, we got to do this, we're going to be in this together. So I need to tell you something, because you got to fix this, fix your face, fix that. If you're not happy doing this, maybe you should find something else, because like, I'm in it. So I need someone who's going to be with me and doing this, right? So before, real quick, because I'm going to put your link right back up, Maiden. Guys, at the pin link is Annabelle Atwood. Please go over, hop over to her channel, connect with her. She does some really awesome stuff. It's up at the link. Pop over, say hello. Modern Day Breakfast in the house real quick. Connect with her, and then I'm going to, in about 5 minutes, I'll pop Maiden's link. This is Maiden, super awesome dude from Canada.
This dude over here.
That guy right there. Yeah, this guy right here is super cool, right? And I'm glad he made it on, because he's been sick ever since last Thursday. Like, he was supposed to come on, and I'm like,
we're into round 2, but it is what it is. It's Sydney Cat, Sunnyside. I like you too. You and I get along great. She's a nice lady. I like her a lot. She's very kind.
Yes, thank you for the super chat. So awesome, guys. Like,
you guys are great, man. Like,
thank you so much. I'm gonna get a microphone.
Godfather.
I'm gonna get me a microphone that's not from Walmart.
He's like a skinnier Filipino version of Marlon Brando in The Godfather.
Oh yeah. Hey, when we get okay,
we'll call you the Mod Father.
I don't know. You don't want me to go back to that place, that dark place, guys.
Oh, Lord.
But
Lord,
speaking of which, because I do want to try to get the Modern Day Breakfast Club up to 500, right? And there's little things
bro.
we're trying to do, right?
I love it.
Then we good, guys. Then we good, right? But real quick, it's a good way to get us like connected and have a little fun and laughs. I promise I will take part. Every live stream, I got to put this out here.
Is that dance challenge?
Oh, yes, sir. You got to dance.
Okay,
yes.
So for those of you who don't know and can't see because your eyes don't work, I'm white as snow, so I'm not dancing at all for anything. I'm just not good. But I was a drummer, so I do have rhythm. I don't know. Maybe I'll moonwalk. Maybe I'll.
Yeah, so there's the dance challenge. It's on the 29th. There's going to be prizes. Allison Pro Jam, you go over to his community page, figure that out. And I'm going to dance. I suck at dancing. I'll do it just because, like I'm going to do it. You can let cats dance. You can let dogs dance. You could do however you want. Let me go ahead and just let me pin Raph, Allison Pro Jam.
Yeah, no, go ahead. And I'll sell it.
Yeah, you go. And if you're wondering the smooth jams going on in the background, it's provided by our good friend Guitar David Warren G. Yes, sir. So yeah, this is his jam, which I'm playing on a loop because last video, YouTube's like, you can't monetize. I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna use David G stuff then, and you tell me I can't do that. So yeah, I'm having problems with that, which is a good thing. It's a good problem to have, I guess. And of course, I'll share with you everything that happens to me along the way. Of course, I made the super chat stuff, and then I'm probably like 300 or 400 hours. I don't even know away from the 4,000. But yeah, the dance challenge. It's with Allison Pro Jam. Let me pop up this banner one more time. This thing so you guys can see it. Hop over to Allison Pro Jam's page. If you're not connected with my oldest buddy on YouTube, please do. It's his channel link is on top, and the shorts dance challenge is gonna be on 29th, and there will be prizes. And again, it's voluntary. We're not trying to force anybody to do it, but check out Raph about that. And I will take part. So far, I think Alan, what's his name? Alan Williamson said.
What did Roditi just say? Yeah, it doesn't. If you keep talking like that, I'm out. What do you mean, Ray? What's up with that? Are you saying about something I said? I hope not.
Oh, what about me? I was just pushing the
dance. I don't know. So, I'm just sort of. I want the context.
I'm trying to go back up on the chat. Oh,
I'm sorry, but that's not a comment that normally comes out in a live on YouTube. So I hope nobody's upset or anything. Because in case you haven't noticed, I'm a joker. I just like to make fun of things and laugh. So. I hope everybody's all right.
Yeah, I hope so too, because I was trying to push out the dance challenge, but I'm not.
And Trev's here, man. Shout out to Trev.
What's up, buddy? How's it going,
my
Trev?
Comic bro? Heck yeah. Comic anime genius.
Up in the house. Guys, if you don't know Trev, check out Trev, the shipping guru. Super awesome dude. Part of the Modern Day Breakfast Club.
Well, Trev's the man. Hi, Nez. Thanks for coming. Yeah, no, Trev's the man. He's growing. He's growing big time. And what he doesn't forget where he comes from either, which is awesome. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah. Trev, the shipping guru, right there.
Yeah. Whisper.
Hey, hello. What's up, Nez Lover? How are we doing?
Do it as good as you, Trev, but wasn't a bad one. No, I don't want to take your spot because I can't, but that's for you, buddy. But yeah, Ray, I hope you're okay, man. Hit me on an email. My email's on my channel. If I said something out of pocket, hit me. We'll talk. I'm cool. Just don't want anybody to be upset.
Yeah, if it's me too, hit me on the email, or you could even hit me over here. We'll figure it out. I don't know if I did anything. I'm not too sure. But what did I? Yeah, Alice Pearl Jam. If you want to take part in the dance challenge, his channel link is up top, and he can tell you what that's all about. I will dance. Maiden might even dance. I'm not sure, but we'll see. He could probably get someone to dance for him, right? But yeah,
I could
that's
do
some
that.
cool stuff.
Yeah, because you only have to see
there.
my head, so I can pretend I'm listening to Barbie Girl.
Oh my god! And since it's a short, right? You could use whatever song, because shorts are, you could use it pull whatever song you want.
Yeah, for real, it's cool. Thanks for clarifying that, man. You want to know something though? My son's in high school, so we picked him up one afternoon, and I just cried Barbie Girl, and I'm like,
no. He's like, Dad.
No, but
Dad, come on, Dad. What are you doing?
What was awesome is he leaned right into it and started like moonwalking and like, what was the doing the shimmy and all that. I'm like, for real? I'm trying to make fun of you. And he turned it right around on me. No. Hey man, everybody's welcome to think and feel whatever they want, bro. That's what's good about life.
Yeah.
That's what's good about life. So no, it's all good. But anyways.
Okay, so I'm gonna replace. Lucky thing, I figured out an easy way to grab all the hyperlinks of the people in the crew, and I'm like, all right, this is cool. So I just go over here and then I grab it. Now, about 78. So I'm missing 6. It's hard to find, but let me go ahead and put your hyperlink up here, Maiden, and I'll pin it there so people.
The hyperlink for the hyper guy, eh? The hyper
guy. I'm a hyper guy too. So
he wears beaver outfits and in tucks to grizzly bears.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this on the chat, but usually what I do is, as soon as the chat starts, I'm like, blah, 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 so now I'm like, I gotta be like play off Maiden's energy, and it's like, okay, let's go. So this is more challenging to me to have Maiden on there because he's also hyper. So like, okay, I'm gonna wait. Let him talk and do his stuff. So we got 2 hyper guys up on here. But yeah, check out Allison Pro Jam if you want to take part in the dance challenge. But just connect with him if you have not. He's up there in the pinned comment. I'm gonna replace it and put Maidens. This is Maidens World of Wax right here. Super cool, dude. I'll just make sure I'm the right way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for real though. For real.
The jam in the background is guitar off the cuff. So if YouTube wants to say copyright this, I'm gonna say whatever. I got this from my buddy David. Thanks.
And you know what, Rudini, and that's fair. That's fair ball. What he just said. But the other thing is too is what I make it screw as political, you may not, and vice versa. But you're free and welcome to think and feel and come and go as you please, my brother. You just do you, and I'll be there to hang out and check you out, and you just do you, and I'm with you, bro. And if it is same thing, like it's all good, man. Like it is. And unfortunately, Ray, everything is political nowadays. Everything. And it's sad. It's a sad state of affairs. So I understand your point. Thank you for clarifying it, man. And I don't hold any ill regard towards anybody. So cool.
Yeah.
And It's hard if you say something, somebody calls you and be like, yo, what did you just say? So I don't want anybody to feel like they were put on the spot, but I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being honest, and you're good people. I know that.
That's
for real, man. And that's cool. We're all good. Everybody's cool. We're bonding. You see, we're bonding.
And with connections, there's times where you'll have a little friction, and sometimes the friction is good because you can see, okay, how can we get past the friction? And usually, if there's a connection, is good, we good. And that's how life is.
No. Cats aren't political. All they do is eat shit and sleep, bro. I love my guy though. I love the Admiral, and you'll notice that I do call my cat the Admiral. You know why?
Because his name is David Robinson.
Close. No, it's Oliver Twist, based on Shakespeare.
Okay,
it's a Shakespearean name, sir. But he runs the show around here. He's the king. Like I clean up his turds. Like
yeah, right. I can imagine cats are like takes a crab like, come here,
Yeah.
fix,
Yeah.
take this out.
Exactly. I'm hungry. Clean my garbage. Clean my poop.
That's probably what they talk about. Like, watch this,
Yeah.
watch this dude, checking him out. Yeah, he's cleaning it. Watch.
Yeah, for real though, it's true, and that's cool. And when you get everybody from different places, from different countries, different cultures, different backgrounds, it's different, right? You know what I mean? So,
And with me, I'm lucky because I have to take a slight middle ground. I got to take the middle ground because I'm a teacher. Until I'm not a teacher, I can't take hard stances on things, which is probably best, right? Because you don't want to like, I'll go here, go hard there.
exactly.
Being in the middle, I had to learn to be in the middle. Don't say that. Just okay, walk out of the room right now. Okay, I'm out. Because I have a lot of coworkers that talk that, and I'm like, oh well, hey, okay, I'm out. Because as a social studies teacher in Texas, like I'm the only one that can't talk a certain point. I have to stick to the curriculum, right? I can't say here's what's this and here's what's that. I have to
must follow your rigor.
The rigor, right? Yeah. So, and it's weird because like I want to, but I shouldn't. And it's like, you know what? It's taught me to just like sit back, listen to it, and don't play into any side or whatever, right? And just observe and say, okay, wow, we're very divided. Holy crap!
Yeah, because if you did, it would not be pedagogical.
But stop using those dang freaking teacher words, man. I'm up.
I told you I love to do this stuff and troll my friends and their teachers. I love
this is my fun time. Stop. I'm not working right now. Please.
Oh God, I got you though. I got you.
You got it.
Hook, line, and sinker, bro. No, I love it.
We're getting hot.
Yes, that's
and
awesome.
I can't walk away. I'm committed. I got to stay with the live. I got to stay with the live stream.
Maidens on attention.
Yes.
So when's Maid going to be back on Bert's channel? Next June.
No, sir. Yeah, whenever you want to come on, we're good to go. Like you got to remember I taught middle school kids for 20 plus years, so I'm good. I've seen it all, heard it all. So we're good. This is fun.
And Trev, you didn't see this earlier. I am rocking the vintage Sixers Dr. J jersey for everybody that's not paying attention. This is a nod to all of my card collector friends. And that's right. We're rocking the Dr. J in the house. Looking all sassy with them short shorts. Look at that. Who wears short shorts? Dr. J
I
wears
did.
short.
I did in the 80s. I thought it was cool.
Heck yeah. I was just not that brave. Now, when I was a skateboarder, I wore like shorts that went down to my ankles. They were like 8 times too big. Yeah.
So
size 54 XL.
So David is having a good time with the roast of Bert. Let's keep it going.
But it's funny because I had a teacher, like I went back and did some extra learning last year, did some extra stuff just for my own personal mental health. And my teacher turned out to be one of my buddies that I used to play music with. And every time he'd say something like, come on, that's not pedagogical. Come on now.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, you say that one more time and you're out. Like you're done. Like, oh God, it was great.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to learn French again because I knew French as a kid and then I lost it and I'm trying to get it back and learn it. Not that I can be like Inspector Cousteau.
Oh, there we go. There he is.
But I do want to get that back because I do owe it to my family and my culture and all of that, right?
Yes. Like, and I know a little bit of Filipino Tagalog, right? So I at least know how to speak like a 6-year-old, which is good enough. But I just don't have anybody to talk to. It's just.
Hey, when I wanted to go to the Philippines, I was told all you need to know is to ask where the beach is and where the beer is. I'm like,
Yeah, and plus a lot of them they already know the English, so you'll be all right until you're trying to buy something and they don't know English, and then you're like, crap. Wait.
Manila's right, like Manila's like the size of Toronto, like it's massive, you know. And there's like 18,000 different types of people that live there, you know. So it's, you know, it's cool. I'd like to check it out sometime.
And a lot of dialects and a lot of differences, and yeah, it's cool, right? And then I used to always go because Guam is so close, right? We're about 3 hours away, so we'd go, we'd shop, you get some cheap stuff. And what's cool is you could like barter, or not barter, you can negotiate the price. How about this, sir? You're gonna do this, and I'm like, no. How about 500 pesos? And they're like 7, and to me that's like freaking $4. Like I was like, why am I doing this? Like I should just give it to these people because like, dang, this thing is like a tenth of the price, right? But it's because
wasn't Guam a U.S. territory, so you would have had U.S. money, right?
Yeah. So I mean,
no. Like anytime you go to another country with U.S. money, they're like, yes, sir, no, sir, you come with me. I'm like,
yeah. So and then like I'm with people like, dude, I could have got that for 200. I'm like, yeah, bro, but like, look at that person right there. Like, I have this. It's really like nothing. Like,
for real though. Yeah.
So, but it's a fun part. But I don't like taking much advantage of people. It's like,
and again, being a good-hearted person is not hard to do. You just got to be nice to people. It's not hard. Like, just treat people fairly. Don't be a dick.
Right. I'm gonna move this because that little banner thing. It felt like it was hitting the side of your head. Like when you're walking by a low sign and it like scrapes your head. So what the heck? That sign just cut me. So it felt like a banner.
If you're wondering what's hanging off to my left-hand corner, it is a Mercedes-Benz sign from the car.
Oh no!
Some kid tried to rip off the vehicle, so I just kept it because it's broken. So I figured I'd turn it into a chain and do like an homage to like Run DMC and stuff. But that was my Halloween gag, but I never got to it, so it's still there. So that goes to show you that Maiden doesn't do very much.
Hello, Anu. How are we doing?
Yeah, so there's quite a chat going on about Tranquil and space issues in her phone. Tranquil, have you ever looked up like using Google? Because I know you can source some stuff on Google through your phone if you have an Android. You just log into Google Drive and post it there. I think you get 15 gigs. So something to look into. And if you don't know how to do it, you want to know how to do it, my email's in my description, and I can tell you how to do it. So
yeah,
I hate to hear people having to delete stuff because they don't have any space left on their stuff. And I know she doesn't have a computer. She uses her phone. So yeah, reach out. Bert knows how to do that stuff too. He can help.
Yeah,
you can help. That's what the Breakfast Club is here for, man. We're here to help.
For sure. It sucks that we're not all within like a area that's close. Like, okay, let me just drive over there. Let me show you how to do it. That kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, that's what this is good for too, because you can share the screen. And I can go, go here, do that, blah blah blah.
Right. So I know you could probably go to the cloud, or like you said, the Google Drive.
Just save it on the Google Drive. Like that's what I do for some stuff. Like I do my Sunday show with Tim. Well, we have our schedule and some of the slideshow stuff on Google Drive, and I just share it with him so he can update it or add stuff to it. Like I'm a numbers person, right? So I track view counts and hours, and like I want to know if my Sunday shows are going well or not. If last week I got 40 hours of watch and this week I got 20, well, guess what? Buddy ain't coming back on again. Speaking of Tim, hey buddy, thanks brother. Everybody go check out Incarnito. Yeah, please go. Everybody go check out Incarnito. He's awesome. He's one of my boys. He is
awesome. Yeah, I was on. Maiden had me on with him. It was a very nice experience. What's up, Tim? How's it going?
It was one of the highest rated episodes I've had.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah. So thank you. Which leads me to the next sort of point of discussion. I know we were just kind of jamming out for the last hour. And again, thank you for bringing me on and letting me not feel sick for half an hour, and make me feel like a human again, because I forgot all about how crappy I felt, which is great. That's why you can lay in bed and feel crappy, or you can get up and do stuff. So I'm the other side. I'm just going to get up and do it.
Yeah, man, it looks like when we first started, you looked like, okay, here we go, and then the vigor has come back to you. That's vigor. I don't know if it was
Yes.
what you drank, but that it's back.
Yes. This is not sponsored, but I'm rocking the Red Prime.
Red Prime. If you guys are
Yeah.
listening, we could you send about 72 pieces?
Yeah, Jake
over to
Paul,
Canada?
send me at least 500K of your money. I know you got billions, so I'll take 500K US. That's about $1 million Canadian.
Yeah, and then we will schedule a fight between me and him, and he'll give you the 500K, then come alive with I'll fight him.
Yeah.
You get to get stuff, and we'll just make a big thing out of it. We'll just make a big thing of it. Who wants the case of drinks and stuff?
Oh, drop the elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I got
data analyst. So
for real.
I have to get better at watching chat, because like I'm like, okay, here's this. I'm watching
I'm
that.
paying attention. I'm paying attention. Rodini's coming to the rescue there. Thanks, Ray. He's going to try and help Tranquil figure out a solution for her storage issues. Because it's a pain in the neck. It really is a pain in the patoot.
Oh. Okay.
Real quick. Want to show you something though. Do you guys want to see how I do some of my AI stuff? If you do, say yes in the chat. And if you don't, just say no. And the first person that says no wins. Because I'm not here to upset anybody.
What if they say maybe?
Well, then we're going to play Tiddlywinks and find out.
How does one play Tiddlywoops?
Or we could play Duck Duck Goose. Or Bubblegum in a Dish. How many bubblegum do you wish?
My student's favorite game is the quiet game. What game we're gonna play the quiet game because I'm not really happy with you guys right now as kids. We'll be quiet for about 45 minutes, okay? Starting now. Go.
Yeah, it's also known as the STFU game.
We'll just check.
Yeah.
Is that okay? You're
I can present. I think I got. It's just I was working on something kind of neat for. I don't know why I was looking at this, but I was just messing around. So it's just for the show. So we see David off the cusp. Thanks for the tunes, Dave. You're awesome, man.
Yeah, man. It's just smooth.
I would like you to do a quick guitar intro, like 10, 15 seconds for Metal Monday. Like, I would love that. That would be so awesome. It really would be cool. That's a Canadian thing. You're damn straight it is. Along with moose. Back bacon. We have 3 types of bacon in Canada, just so you know, and maple syrup. I do have indoor plumbing, although I do go to the cottage in the summertime. For those of you who don't know what a cottage is, it's a smaller house from your regular house, generally by the lake or by a beach. So there you go.
Yeah, reference and be quiet.
The most important thing is the little green buds that grow. It's legal here. So, sorry for your luck.
It's legal on Guam too. What's up, Rev Rats Rides?
Rev Rats Rides in the house.
That's it. Right on. Thanks, bud. Rev's the man. I like his channel.
He is.
Okay, I'm going to show a quick generation that I was working on, and I'm going to show how I do it. And this is a free tool. This is not my paid one, because I'm not going to go and show, hey, this is what you can do, but you got to pay for it. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm going to show you what you can use that's free, that's quote unquote good enough to do thumbnails and whatever you want. And are you ready for this? It's not censored.
Oh.
Yeah. So if I want to make Joe Biden ride a unicorn behind a rainbow, I will. Or if I want to make whoever ride a unicorn, I will. You know, I turned Justin Trudeau into riding an emu. So anyway, the other ones you can't because it's governed, so they will cut you out. But this one's free and it's uncensored. So I'm going to show you how it works. And trust me, for the record, I don't lean right or left. I don't really care. Anybody that I know could be riding a unicorn, including me. So you know what? I might make Bert ride a unicorn. We'll see.
Hey, can you please? I want to ride a unicorn. I want to ride a unicorn, Mr. Maiden.
Yeah. Hey, look, I got it's a double unicorn. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to quickly show this while I get a minute. Okay, can everybody see this?
Oh yeah, let me. I'm gonna bring it on stage. Here we go.
Unadulterated,
Let's,
unfiltered.
let's do it. So this is called Stable Diffusion, and it's a free AI generator that isn't censored, so you can put in names. Now, it's not as mature as the open source AI Chat GPT version, but it's pretty good. And again, it's one of these good enough tools that are free and easy to use. And the other thing is it has that's the free one, and then you get the professional one, which is like $8 a month. I use the free one on this one because I find if I want to say make something closer to like heavy metal, if I want to do Alice Cooper standing on a stage, doing what he did in the 70s, if I did that on some of the other tools, they would get flagged and banned because it's somebody's name, but I could do it here and get a pretty good image come out of it. So you scroll down here. It's private, it's anonymous, and it's free. So this is something that I had put in. So it's word prompts, okay? So you got to put in a specific pattern of words that you want. So I wanted a cybergoth Warhammer, because I'm a Warhammer guy, character on a dystopian mood with a cinematic film look, looking realistic, with a neon sci-fi character. And there's all these different styles. There's realistic, there's futuristic, there's cyberpunk, there's pop art, there's all kinds. So my suggestion is for this, especially the styles one, explore it, play around. I spent a whole day on this, just farting around. It was so fun. So this is what we're going to come up with. You ready? There you go. It tells you. Okay, there you go. Look at that. So that's what it came back with, Here's another one. Speaking of Alice Cooper, let's just do one of Alice Cooper, because hint, hint, Metal Monday might be an Alice Cooper takeover for the end of the year. We'll see. Let's just go Alice Cooper wearing a top hat and a cane. Something simple, right? And you type it out like that, Now, if you want to add other things, you can use commas. So you can put digital art, you can put 3D render. You just try different combinations, and you'll see what you can come up with. You can come up with some pretty fun stuff. And no, I don't want to upset anybody, and I'm pointing at you, Ray. I would do, a certain people riding unicorns, but I don't want to upset anybody. But look at that. What do you think of that? Is that not cool or what? That's a really cool picture. I think I might keep that one, actually. There. And then you want to download it, you just click this button and it'll download for you. There you go. See? Download it. Done.
That is pretty cool.
And you can do all kinds of things. So let's do a realistic one. So let's go up here. It'll default to cinematic, okay? But we could do a comic book one too. So let's do a comic book one. Let's see what Alice Cooper would look like in a comic. I think he'd look pretty cool. Now, if I sneeze, I apologize. I'm trying not to, really hard. I might sneeze and cough, so it might be the snuff.
It's gonna end up on the camera. It'll be great.
It'll end up everywhere. It's the news you can wear, bro. It's the news you can wear. You see, so it gives you a sort of a rough estimate of how long it's going to take. It's usually pretty accurate. Now, if it's taking a long time, meaning like you give it something complicated, it might take a while to figure out. So it might go over that 80.4 second estimate. But just be patient. And again, just try different things. I haven't really got into the advanced options yet, because what I've been able to generate so far with doing, especially this works great for thumbnails, has worked well for me using what I know. So again, this is a work in progress for me too. I only learned this last week. So, and this is one of like 3 different tools that I use depending on the application. But again, quote unquote, this is good enough for most people's basic needs. Now, we do have some cat folks in here, so maybe we'll do a cat one as our last one. So I hope you're not watching your chat drop off, because if you are, we'll shut her down. But
No. Real quick, Maiden. So on the top pinned hyperlink, Ray is online right now. He's live where he's touching darkness. So feel free, guys, if you want to go check that out too. You could do it and like double tap it. Okay, he just finished. So yeah, I'm gonna remove it. I'll put your link. Yeah, because he wanted to show it, which is pretty cool. He was able to touch darkness. So
it looks like this guy's about to touch darkness too.
Oh, touching the darkness. What's up, Rushmore Show?
So this is a comic book sort of styling rendering of Alice Cooper in the classic top hat with the cane. If you remember any of the Welcome to My Nightmare stuff, that was his shtick. So that's the AI generator that it's called Stable Diffusion. So it's called StableDiffusionWeb.com. And it will actually put this hashtag afterwards. Like, look. Okay, now there's something else that you can do as well. There's a library of other, I don't remember where it is. Oh yeah, right here, prompt database. And if you click here, you can see all kinds of different examples of what other people have built. Let's search a prompt. Let's say cats. So you have some cat folks in here, right? And I'm a cat guy. I just don't post Oliver on YouTube because I never thought to be honest. But see what you can do? You do all kinds of stuff. You can actually make like a Picasso painting. Look at the Van Gogh. You know, you can do all kinds of stuff. So then what you would do is you would just take this, copy it, go back to your prompt like this. And again, I think you could do this on your phone. I've only done it on my computer, but I think it works on your phone through a browser. But then you just copy it, you see? So the style that you want, you put a comma, and then you can put digital art, you can put cinematic, you can put 3D, put all kinds of different things. But again, you can go to the prompt database, copy the prompts, and then just generate your own, you see? Now, I could generate this same prompt or the same A Fat Cat by Vincent van Gogh, digital art. I could generate that 4 different times and have 4 different pictures. So if you don't like the first one you get, try it again. So I wanted to share this tonight. I talked to Bert about it a little bit. I was kind of trying to save it as a surprise because I've got a lot of people asking about how I do things. Mm-hmm. And I am sometimes a little reluctant because there's a lot of people that tend to, I want to share knowledge, but I also want to make sure that if I'm doing something that no one else is doing, I want to make sure that I have that ability to keep touching that niche without, people hopping in and clouding the waters, Yeah. Because there's a lot of people that will steal your content. Black Widow channel and we were talking about that in the chat the other day, and I know it's happened to a few other people. And I think Black Widow channel, if you're still here, made an interesting point. She goes, yeah, but she's not going to out hustle me. And you're darn tooting on that. So that's good perspective. But look at that, guys. It didn't come up with a Van Gogh-ish painting, but it gave us a digital art. So again, it's immature. It learns every day as it goes. But, there you go. That's for the MDBC crowd. That's my salute to the cat folks.
That is cool. Hey, is there a way you could drop the link to that website? Because for some reason, this laptop I use, it blocks a lot of AI stuff. I can't.
I'm still a moderator on your channel, unless you've taken it off.
Why would I do that? I wouldn't do that.
I don't know. I'm just being a jackass.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested in that, Maiden dropped the
excuse me,
his channel links up on top, and then that thing is there getting blocked by the heart, which let me move that heart. I'm just gonna say heart. There we go.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in messing around with that AI technology and stuff, it's super easy to use. Oh my gosh, it's it's clicking and stuff.
I don't want to have this conversation with you tonight, Adam, because I know you're the kind of guy that's going to go to the nth degree with it, and I just don't even want to go there. But some AI creations are covered by copyright, so I'm not a lawyer and I'm not getting into that, but yeah, hey man, just be courteous, right? Like if I'm generating a certain kind of content and I'm doing it, and I'm getting views on it, and you start doing the same kind of content, and we're in the same community, then you're a jackass. And I won't support you. And I will make sure nobody that I know will. Because that's not okay.
What I would
if
do,
we don't know each other, then that comes. You follow me? Like it's a very slicey and dicey road when you start doing that stuff. And there's certain people that I know that do it, and I just avoid them. Very simple. But I'm not claiming ownership on any AI creation that I've made. Go ahead and do it. But don't ask me to show you how to do it. Learn it yourself.
Right.
That's my stance on it. And it's like, it's like writing software, or David Sewell, who's a great guitar player, writing a cool guitar riff, and then I go home and copy it and put it on my channel and be like, hey man, it's mine. No, it's not yours. It's not yours. So again, be courteous to other people that are learning and trying and trying to do their own thing. That's my public service announcement with all that stuff.
Let me chime in there. Like with me, what's up, Fong? How are you doing, man? I know Fong's driving in from work and stuff.
I made Adam upset. Sorry, Adam.
But
I wasn't saying you're a charlatan, Adam. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He's angry now. His feelings are hurt.
What I do, let me shift gears.
I'm sorry, Adam. Feel free to unsubscribe. It's all good, buddy. No skin off my teeth. Doesn't bother me at all.
Man, I gotta read chat better.
No, because he said that he mentioned a comment I mentioned about like people kind of not really crossing the streams, but taking each other's. It's not getting heated at all. I don't know why I'm coming off that way. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying. Right. I'm just saying that if I'm doing something that I'm first in, and you come along and start doing the same thing, well, as a creator, that's not going to make me feel too happy about supporting what you're doing. That's all I'm saying. But Adam took that as like I claimed, like what I'm doing in AI is it's mine. No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Oh yeah.
And I pissed him off. So sorry, guy. I can't control how you feel, and sorry if that bothers you, but seriously, come on. Now I'm going to give you the real dope. Just don't act like that. It's just an opinion. We're all adults. If you don't like my opinion, disagree. And if you don't like what I'm doing or you disagree with my channel, don't subscribe to it. It's very simple. I don't care at all, because I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this for friend. I'm doing this for myself. So if you're in, you're in. If you're not, bye.
Let's just shift gears a little bit there, Maiden. Let me say hello to let's see.
I just tanked my channel. I just tanked it.
No, you're good, man. You're good. Hello there, Sports Cards and Things. Welcome. And then Steve and Tina Jewel running out of batteries. Welcome. Yeah, hey, I was able to pop on to Raise with my support channel. We touched darkness. That was pretty cool. I was like, that's why when you were talking, I was looking off to the right, watching it happen. I saw it first over. And then what I did want to say is this.
I'll check it out, Ray.
Yeah, when I do stuff, I just play with AI and stuff. And if there's something that, hey, I'm going to try this out. I'm going to try to do it, and I'll try not to do similar, let me try to do this. And yeah, I mean, I get it. There's times where certain things like that happen. Whereas for myself, I'm like, I would probably hey, I'm going to use this.
Adam, sorry, I got to interrupt you, Bert. I'm sorry. I know we got ADHD. We interrupt all the time.
Go for it.
I'm so sorry. I took that the wrong way. I missed that comment. He said, was to make a video about how he does stuff as a tutorial. Sure, I will certainly do that. I'm sorry, I misunderstood you completely. I am sorry. Like, dude, I missed that comment completely. And without the right context.
Exactly, right? And that's the chat part where I have to be better at. Because, like,
I'm sorry, so do I. I'm sorry, Adam. And again, that goes for everybody. If you don't like how I roll, I'm not forcing you to be here, bro. Like, go to my channel, hit the unsubscribe button. I'm okay. It's not going to hurt me one bit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm straight up, and I'm going to give you the straight up dope. I have to, because for me, I have to live with myself. And I'm not one of those people that's going to coddle and kitty coddle people and say, it's okay, Bobby, because everybody gets a prize. I came from a different time and a different era and a different way of thinking. So, but I do apologize, Adam. I took that completely out of context and out of pocket. I'm in the wrong, and I'm sorry. So
Fantastic.
Please accept my apology. I'm sorry. I missed that completely.
I missed it too. So, David, guitar off the cuff is my fault. I'll take the blame. I should have looked at it like, hey, by the way, he was saying this. I missed it too. So I would also take the blame off that one.
And I got to give I have to give the context. And I'm sorry, John. I didn't mean to make you feel any kind of way. But I was doing some stuff on. It wasn't with AI. It was something else. And somebody basically straight up ripped me off. And it was somebody that. Oh, thanks, Epiphany. Somebody that had way more subs than me, way more traction, and way more everything. And that idea took off. And it hurt my feelings big time. And I'm a big guy, man. I'm 46. I'm a tough guy, whatever. But that hurt my feelings. I worked really hard on that idea, and somebody swooped by and scooped it. So that's why sometimes I'm a little bit like, oh yeah, well, I'll show you, but maybe. So I'm sorry. Like, I wasn't trying to come off as a knowledge hoarder or a jackass or any of that stuff. So.
All right. I'm typing chat comments out here.
Thanks, Adam. I'm sorry, buddy. Like, we're becoming pals, and I didn't really want to upset you. And again, I'm sorry. Like, I was out of line. I was out of pocket on that, man. Like,
oh my God!
Really, Sydney? That's how I felt.
Crazy.
That's exactly how I felt. And yeah. No, and that's cool. I went on a tangent. Because 1, I'm sick, I'm on cold meds. 2, I got ADHD, and 3, I'm on Prime. So probably not the best solution there.
And that's the crazy thing about copyrights and things like that. And I guess as we could see, AI is a very touchy subject, right? And with me as a teacher, like, I want them to have creative thoughts on their own. But what's crazy is there's so many programs that they're pushing down to the schools now that are AI. I'm like, dude, they already have a hard time like thinking. Now you're gonna just make it like, poof, here it is. And like, I remember seeing a comment on John's part where he said AI is just a bunch of things that are here, and it's like, here it is, and it puts it out, right? So I'm always having to battle that whole thing with AI in school, right? I need you to write so-and-so on this and that. How do they go to AI? They do it. And I'm like, that's not you, man. That's not you. That kind of thing.
It's frustrating because, again, everybody wants to be good or first or, do whatever. And if they have a competitive edge, whether it's using AI or not, they should, with the logical reasoning, they should be able to protect it with some degree of protection. That's all.
Right.
And I was the same way when I was a software engineer, and my buddies who were software engineers were using Napster and stuff and stealing software and music. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this is what you do for a living. What's wrong with you? Like, why are you doing that? So I have some pretty strong views on that stuff. And again, sometimes I push the line, and again, people that know me know, like, he's going to tell you what he thinks. And sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's not. I take the good with the bad.
Rushmore is a teacher as well. Yeah, and then like I tell them you could use it to develop an outline of what you're doing, but from there you have to go and put your pieces there. It's almost like here's the skeleton of it all. Then stop. Now
Yeah.
you fill in what you think, because a lot of people have a hard time, like writer's block, on how to do something, or even how to start a project. And we do that already as teachers. You give them sentence starters, right? I'm gonna give you a sentence starter, and then here's how we do it.
No,
So I
no.
mean, uh, yeah, it'd be
It's
awesome
my
if
screen.
they could
Cancel
do
someone else's.
like AI to help start something, right? But
Yeah, exactly. And or if you have an idea of a thumbnail you want to make, for example.
yeah,
Yeah, Tim has a premiere on Michael Jordan coming up. Sorry, Tim, I will check the replay. If you have an idea of what you want to make, but you can't physically say do Canva or Fillmore or whatever, then it's a great opportunity. But yeah, you raise a good point. Like if a kid can't read, oh my gosh, you may really, that's crazy. Thank you, Guru. Thank you, Echo. Like for example, if a kid can't write, and you give him a voice to text tool, which is AI, to write out the report, well, what are you teaching them? Are you teaching them how to talk into a computer? Well, anybody can do that.
right.
So we're on a slippery slope with that stuff, right? So again, yes, everybody's got strong feelings. And again, if I stepped on anybody's toes, man, I'm sorry. Just please respect the fact that I have respect for you, to talk to you like an adult and assume that you're an adult too and willing to have conversations. So again, I hope I didn't trigger anybody. I really do. It's not my place to poop in your pool. Sorry. So, sorry about that.
Yeah, like with me when I build my thumbnails, I try and I take pride in like spacing it and stuff. You know, like let me see how this will look, and then
Yeah, but
of course the logo. Like, hey, maybe like my logo look good because that's gonna take a lot. I'm like, let me just put a logo out there and see how that is. But then as far as thumbnails are concerned, I use Canva, and it just here's some suggestions. Here's like a crap load of stuff you could drop, but I still have to like space it and I still have to drop a shadow. I have to do all that crap, and it's I take pride in putting it together, right?
I do too.
So,
I really do. Sorry, my son just dropped off some KFC for his father.
oh my gosh, KFC. But yeah, so but we're at
Thanks,
this
man.
like point where AI is just getting into everything, and it's like I remember commenting on Spine Tick's video, I'm like, wow, AI is all over the place, and it's like you could either go full on and just drop something straight AI, or you could use it to help you, or you could be like, I'm not going to use it at all, and it's one of those hard choices people have to make. And I know I fight it every day. I'm like, nah, man, stop right there. You want me to show you? Hey, I'll write it on the board. Like, hey, I'm going to use this, and I'm like, oh my god, this is what we do in our school. And I'm like, okay, but how are you going to write stuff? So I'm always fighting it.
Yeah, for real.
And that's why when I use it, I'm fighting myself. Like, wait, whoa, only use it for what an idea, maybe a sentence starter, and then build from there as you go, right? So it's a battle I have with myself when I'm making things. And David, Guitar Off the Cuff, said there's all this music he puts out, and it's just like anybody can pull it, right? And it's a thought he keeps like thinking about.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
It is.
Like,
it is. And that's sort of what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking about my own personal experience with doing this. I'm just saying it overall. But again,
right.
It's funny that it's funny you're responsible for what comes out of your mouth, right? But you're not responsible for how someone takes it. And if they act like a bunch of little babies and a bunch of little crybaby idiots, well, then that's their problem, not yours. What somebody thinks of you is not your business, right? So you had to have a thick skin to do this, and there's going to be scrapes and bumps, whether you use tools or not. It's just going to be what it is. So, you know.
Yeah, and we got the blues going on because it's a touchy subject, and it's kind of where it's moving, and I'm fighting every day. Like, again, you got to still hold some creativity there, man. Hold your creativity. Do something like this and stuff like that. So I myself am like at a crossroad sometimes, right? I'm like, let me use a little to see. But you know, I looked at John's thing, right? It's like, because there are people really seriously. John's like, you know, like pushing the buttons, don't even know what it does, and it just happens, right? There's a lot of people out there, they do that. Like the younger generations that blah, 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 I made this, blah. Wait, how did you do that? And what? Do you understand that, like, that picture you have right there is like, it's in the background. Like you there was a gradient there that you put, like all the terms, right? It'd be nice if they knew terms, right? Okay, you drop shadow there, you get a glow right there. Then you want to go ahead and like pull this back and make this blur out. You know, like they don't know what they're doing, but they're creating this stuff, right? And it's like,
we opened up a whole can of worms on this one, didn't we, Bertie?
Well, I mean, it's one
I
of those
just wanted to show you how I was doing the thumbnails, man. I didn't want to get people upset in the chat. I didn't want to get the Breakfast Club people all angry at me and stuff.
No, we're good because it's something that, like, at one point we're all gonna like have to figure out. But again, like me, I get frustrated with my kids, right? My students, and like, man, no, you need to have a creative thought. Here's an outline. Look, what you're looking for is exactly right here in the book, but it's just words. You got to look for it, right? Because the AI, like, okay, I need a draft on this, right? Let's maybe we can shift gears, right? Because like, it's one of those
we were kind of pushing some buttons on some people in the chat. So again, whatever.
Let's shift some gears. You started in March, right? Your first video, was it March 23rd? I think I pulled up
March the 5th.
March 5th, first video. What was the first video you showed?
It was an act of kindness that one of my friends sent me a bunch of cards. He said, "Hey, you got to open it. If I'm going to send it to you, you got to open it on YouTube. I want your reaction." I'm like, "No, I'm not doing that." And all of a sudden it shows up at my house, and that's where we're at. You know, man. I'm like, "Oh, I got to do it now." So it was a 22-minute video, and I deleted it so everybody doesn't look at it. Deleted it because it's garbage. Like, I was showing the cards, they weren't even on the screen. I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't see half the names. I was winging it. I was like, you know, what the hell? I didn't know what I was doing, man. It was hilarious. It was sad, actually. So I got then I started doing mail day videos because I do a lot of, because I live in Canada, so a lot of cards I buy are in the States. So I open a lot of mail, and I started doing those. So I got up to like episode 20 on that. I was like, okay. And again, mail day Monday on a Tuesday had a really good catch on it. Well, guess what? Somebody started doing that. So I was like, okay, I'm done. Let's do Metal Monday. And now people are doing Metal Monday. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, you know what? We're off to the next thing soon. You know?
Yeah.
But,
you know,
but you know what the funny thing is, though? Like I said before, I did this for me as a creative outlet because I'm a software engineer by trade, and I wasn't creating, and I was stagnating, and I was sitting there on the couch dying. And I was like, I got to get up and start moving and doing. So I started getting involved with the card community. And then that opened up the comic book community because I like comics, right? And then the toys, because I do like, you know, vintage dinkies and you know, stuff like that. Like, I don't know, you remember this from when we were kids? I'm sure you do. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Right? I like that stuff. And it allows me to, you know, still be a kid with my kids, you know what I mean? But now my older son's 17, so he's Pokemon's his thing still, but now he's, you know, got a girlfriend. He's going to go into the Coast Guard. Like, he's got his own life there coming up. And my younger son still likes cards, so he loves hockey and baseball and basketball. And we collect there, and good to have him home and you know, doing well at school. And, you know, it's being a single parent, man. You just do what you do. You know, I never thought I was going to do this. So the old street me comes out sometimes if somebody says something and I feel like, hey, Mikachu, thanks for coming. It's like, you know, I really just try and bring people up.
Yeah.
You know?
And if you want to check the comment that
I saw that. Thank you, John. I appreciate you too. And I'm old school myself, man.
I am too.
I just say it like it is. I can't not. And that's the problem with the world. Like, like when Tommy's 5'5" and he's a grade 12 and he says, I'm going to be in the NBA. Somebody should have told Tommy, no, you're not, but you're really good at this. You should be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. Well, maybe not a lawyer, but whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now nobody does. Nobody tells people the truth. They bald-faced lie to them all the time. Oh, gosh, sure, Tommy, you're going to get in the NBA there. He's 5'5", bro. He can't even jump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they do. And now we got a whole generation of adults. And I'm not talking about our crowd. I'm talking about, the 20-somethings that have gone through their whole life by never being told no, or that they fail, or actually have to compete for anything. So I think it ties into the whole AI discussion. Those are the people that are going to adopt it because it's a tool for them it's a tool, right? But for us, it's like, what the hell's all this stuff? I don't like the way things are. And I'm struggling with the way things used to be. And do I think the internet's a good thing or a bad thing? Well, I can't say it is or it's not. It's not my place to say that. But we all have those discussions. And we all have those concerns. But it doesn't mean you can't be nice to each other or talk to people with respect or look a guy in the eye when you say you're going to, hey, Jim, I'm going to go help you out on Saturday. Well, damn well, you better show up on Saturday.
Right.
But now people don't. And it's normal. Like, my friend owns a business. He can't get people to show up for work. I'm like, fire them. He goes, I can't. I don't have people to come to work. So what do? I work all the time? And he already does. But, he was a software engineer like me and opened up McDonald's. And he can't find people to staff the store. So he and his wife work there, man. In their 50s and 60s. Banging the grill, dropping fries, and it's not what he expected when he dropped in $2.5 million worth of liquid assets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm looking at the chat right here. Okay, so David, as humans, we are now increasing our personal creativity. YouTube is not perfect, but has opened up some new worlds for us, which is cool because, like, even though we could take it and just make it not personal at all, we're still trying to do that and chat and connect with people and have discussions and connections and friendships, which we're doing, which is crazy because it could be just straight AI stuff or like interpersonal stuff, right? And then Tranquil, she only makes stuff that she enjoys, which is that if it's something that you love to do, just do it and keep doing it.
And that's what I'm saying.
Just do it. Just love what you do, like, for real. And it's like, if people will come and watch and you'll be parts of communities and just be yourself, right? So
exactly. So that's why, I'm not going to cater to nobody. I'm going to do me because I'm here to do it for me. And do I get haters? You're damn right I get haters. I block haters all day, all the time. One guy messaged me on a short. He's like, I hate you. I'm like, oh, that's great. Thanks for the watch time, jackass.
Wait. Rev Rats Rides wanted to talk about, and then I'll catch up with the chat. As you were talking, I was just watching chat better. Rev Rats Rides wants to how do you overcome editor's block or like creating videos and things like that, right? I guess with the editor's block.
Oh, that's a tough one, Rev. It depends on what you do, I think, too. Like, I open up cards and I do stuff like lives and talk about baseball and sports and stuff. So it's a little bit easier, right? Like, for me. But if you're doing stuff like car stuff, where you actually have to set up GoPros and take multi-shots and do all of that stuff, I'm not your guy. I don't know anything about that. And I just, hats off to you, because it's a lot tougher than what I'm doing. I shoot Metal Monday, right? I shoot it usually in 3 parts. I do the first cassette, second and the third. I add my images and stuff, and then I just edit it straight through. A lot of the times I just do a one and done on this. We're one and done. Post it, done. So I'm not the kind of guy that can offer any advice on that, other than if you're not feeling it, just walk away for a minute.
Yes, I totally agree with that. When, like, shooting a video, editing, right? Like, if it's something that okay, this is exciting for me, I think. And a lot of things I do is like spontaneous stuff. Like, I'll be eating like a salad, and I'm like, you know what? Patrick freaking Swayze. I'm gonna go sing that dang "She's Like to Win" and I'll do it. And if I'm not feeling it, I'll walk away and say, I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna walk away. And a lot of it is a spontaneous feeling, like, let me do this. Like Tranquil, spontaneous. John, spontaneous stuff. Like, let me shoot this. Like, and of course, there's things I have to plan out. Like, okay, I gotta plan this because I gotta remember, I gotta shout out so and so, this and that. That's planned. But then a lot of what I do is spontaneous. Like, let me just do it, one take, one shot. And my goal is one take, like you, Maiden.
And that's the best material.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time. Like, let me retake it. No, screw it. One take, put it out there, chop it up a little bit. Here you go. And as you'll get better, like better with the one takes. You know, like Livestream is a one take, one time, right happening right here thing. So at your first Livestream is like, hey, hi guys, how you doing? And then now it's like, hey, let's shift gears now. I know it's a little heated topic. Let's move on and we'll figure things out, right?
Yeah. So no, like I said, I was a technology guy since the 90s, so I've been an early adopter of technology. So I'm an evangelist when it comes to tech stuff. But as I'm getting older, I'm like, well, it could slow down a little bit, you know. So
I try
moderate with that stuff now. But yeah, you're right, Rev. It's like, if you're not spontaneous and you have to think about it, write down your ideas. Could be in the shower. Like, don't write it down in the shower because you know. But like for me, when I was doing software engineering, if I was working on a problem, and I'm sorry for all the people in the chat, but I'm going to tell you, some of my best ideas came on the loo, and I had a pen and a piece of paper outside of the loo because, again, you know, dirty hands and stuff. But I would write it down the minute I was done doing whatever, or in the shower, in the tub, or I'd wake up in the middle of the night. I had a notepad next to my bed, and I would actually write down notes because I was problem solving in my sleep. You see, because I was thinking about it, right? It's the same thing. If you weren't thinking of an idea, do you want to do something? Write it down. It's like writing a song, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's different methods, but when it comes to like looking at a big project, like let's say for him, you know, he's working on his car. Well, that's a big project, right? Like, think about it. He's got to do the work, and he's got to take all the cameras, got to get all the angles, and then you got to do all the editing. That's a heck of a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I hope you have some help, because I think for me that would become a burden after a while.
You know, I've done car videos. Like, I changed the brakes. I cannot do it alone. I had to get my son to shoot it. Like, hey, come over here. No, bring the camera up. Dude, look, I'm getting cut. And I'm like, oh my God. Cooking and car videos that I've done. Oh my goodness. Those are hard because you have to show things and move in, right? It's like,
we all have, sorry, I just caught up with John there. We all do, John. And you know what, man? We're all here. Rook and I had this conversation the other day. Doesn't matter how we got here, but we're here, and we're staying here, and we're standing tall, and we're proud. Yeah. And don't worry about how you got here. That doesn't matter. You're here now. You're here today. So again, we got baggage. Here, you want baggage? I got checked out for lung cancer less than 3 months ago. You want to talk about baggage and scary? How about being 46 warning if you're going to die, or you have lung cancer, and you get 2 kids that need you, that are in their teenage years? So we all have our issues, but it doesn't mean one's bigger than the other, one's better than the other, or worse. We're all here to support each other. So John, thank you for telling me that. I love you too, brother. And you're a good guy, and I know you are. Everybody here is, else I wouldn't be here. I can choose to be where I am or what I'm doing. And I'm choosing to be with all of you because you're awesome people. Including this guy right here. He's marry your cameraman, this guy.
Yeah,
trust me, Tranquil. I would, because I've lived the life too. So is Bert, so is Rook, so is John. We all have. That's why we're here. We just don't want to talk about it in public.
I can't talk about it, obviously.
I can't either.
It'd be a bad thing.
I've talked about it a few times with a few select people who know where I'm coming at, and same for a lot of people, you know. But we're here now, right? We're here. Let's hang out. Let's party. Let's have fun.
And I like what Sydney Cat had said. You know, like we had found each other here on YouTube and it's like it's not a coincidence. There's just some, maybe the algorithm worked for us at this one point. It really doesn't work at all, but it made us connect somehow. You know, like, hey, thanks algorithm. If you're not gonna do push crap out for me, at least you can connect me with a cool guy like this, a cool guy like John, Sydney, Rook, Adam, Tranquil, Burpee Uncle, you know, Anu, and David. You know, all of the people that I've connected with. Is that the algorithm, or is it?
No.
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
It's that thing that's making everything happen. Is what it is.
Yeah, it's just, maybe it's the energies that we're putting out. You know, like, hey, you need to be with someone
100%
somehow. Then it's not the algorithm. It's just the energy.
It's
right?
it's like that tool, right? It's a tool,
right?
Like that. The hammer doesn't make the carpenter, man. The carpenter's got to swing the hammer.
Right.
He's got to have nails, and he's got to know how to build something. It's just a tool. Right?
Yeah,
it's a mechanism. It's a vehicle.
Yeah, we are all mentally connected to each other somehow, some way, and it's just, it's one of those tools we use. We push the correct button, and here we are. You know, like
for real, and it's a blessing for sure. And again, like I said, I enjoy everybody and I respect everybody here, and you guys are all great. And I appreciate you all being part of my circle now, and you know, welcome me in, blessing me in with all of your open eyes and hearts, and it's awesome. It really is. Like Echo said, it's awesome.
Sorry, it pulls them, Adam. My fault.
Yeah, I know. Hey, you had to watch Adam's video, man. He gets into all that stuff.
Right.
That was a good video, Adam. I put it on. I just watched it. And for a lot of people, you might not see me in your comments, because I support like 300 or 400 different channels. I just watch your stuff. And that's why when they call you out in the chat and be like, oh, they're working on this and that, it's because I watch it. But right. I don't have time to comment on everybody's all the time, but I do get around and try and comment at least once or twice a week on everybody's stuff. I'm sorry, I just don't have time. Because I got to reply to my own ones too, right? You know what I mean?
Right. John made a comment here, like, I was a menace to society for half my life too. So it's almost like every day I have to be like, okay, this is how you're going to be. You're not going to do that. Like, you got a lot. Like, I feel like there's a lot that I owe the world from what I did. You know,
me too.
Like,
me
let
too.
Let me put back some good, or put good now, because
me too.
Probably,
well said.
I'm probably going to have to do it until I die, because I've done that much, probably. Just like a lot of us here, that there's things we just can't talk about. It's just like, we have so much to give back and positive now, you know, like.
I'm glad you're here, John. You're a survivor. You made it, buddy.
Yes. Yeah, we do love you, John.
Well
like,
well done.
Hey,
he's a cancer survivor. So you know what? When I was sitting there praying to the big guy, I'm about ready to cry. When I had to get those x-rays and all those tests, my God, man. So glad you made it. Because I know a lot of people in my life that didn't from that. And from lung cancer. See, Canada, a lot of people still smoke, right? So grew up in a smoking household, and it is what it is. But it's and Guru was there to listen to me and pray for me, and Echo did too, and they supported me through all of that. And that was the scariest thing I've ever been through. And I watched my best friend be killed at 16. I didn't want to get into this, but you want to get into it? Let's get into it. It's been a hard life. We all get a hard life. We really do. And if you think your shit doesn't stink, you're a fucking idiot. Because it does. It stinks just like mine does. Just like Rook's does. Just like Bert's does. Just like everybody's does. And when the minute you come and tell me that yours doesn't, then I know you're a liar, because it does. So, with that said, I'm glad you're here, John. I'm glad I've met you. I'm glad we're pals. And yeah, you know what? I got COPD, and it's probably going to kill me at some point in life, but I don't have cancer. But the 3 months it took me to find out that answer, I would not wish on anyone So I can't even imagine, John. Yeah, me too. Me too. I was in gangs. I did bad things. And I took and I took and I took and I took and I hurt people. I hurt my parents. But you know what? At 28 years old, my son was born. And I was able to wake up and see that life is important. Life's a gift. Life's a blessing, and it's worth it. So no, I wasn't going to get into all that either. But you know what? We're here. So let's be real for a minute. It was not a good life for me either. It wasn't. But it's allowed me to have the perspective I do. And it's allowed me to make sure that my kids don't grow up the same way I grew up. Having to raise myself at 12 years old. Being on the street. At 12. 12 years old. Should be playing G.I. Joe. But it wasn't. You know. My cousin's dead. My brother's dead. My best friend's dead. Everybody on my street I grew up with is dead. Except for me. And I've often wondered why that is. But I know why it is. So I could be here tonight with all of you. I could be a good dad to my kids. I could be a good son to my mom and my dad who are still here, thank God. And I could make what I did wrong right. And I'll never make it right. But that's okay because I'm going to keep doing what I got to do, which is being a good person and making it right. The mission's never done. It's never done. It's not. It's not. So anyway, there you go. That's my whole spiel. That's my life story. I'm sorry that but you know, you're asking. We're talking about it, and I want people to know that if I'm talking about it, I don't talk about it. I am about it. I've been about it my whole life. So John, I get you 100%, and I'm glad you're here with me today, with Bert and the crew. Their friends and their family now. It's becoming a family. Thank you for allowing me an opportunity to share that, because I told Rook a little bit about stuff because we were vibing, we talking. Me and Rook we're getting pretty tight. She's awesome. I like her a lot. And me and you are getting pretty tight. I like you a lot too. We're becoming good buddies. And John and Sydney, all you guys are great. And this is awesome. It's great to have people that are around that understand, but you never really know until somebody really lets you know, right? You think you know, but you really don't. But when you do, you got to do better. You got to do better. So,
Fantastic.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'm going to be here all week. Try the meal.
Yeah, guys. So, like, here's me and Maiden were backstage, and I said, "Here's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna go introduce. We're gonna talk about guitar. You know, we're gonna say David just did the smooth jams, which we're listening to, but then right at the end, you're gonna share things, and you're gonna just put your heart right down in there, and it's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be so glorious. I didn't plan this. I mean." Wouldn't it be crazy? Like, I'm gonna make, like, who's that one guy? Who's that one reporter that always makes people cry? Like, he always gets people.
Is he a comedian? Because most of them are.
No, he's like
clowns.
A reporter, and like every time they go on, they just spill it. So, but that's real, man. That's real stuff right there. You got me like quiet. I'm not quiet, so I'm listening, just like shaking my head, man.
It scared the hell out of me, and it made me think about a lot of stuff.
Right,
and this was recently too, like within the last 3 months. And I actually started this channel to kind of be a memoir for me, for my kids, and that's why I'm doing this. It's for me.
And we are
the Island and the Misfits toys. You want to know something? It's
right
funny
there.
You mentioned the Misfit toys, John. Let's talk about some Misfits tattoos. There we go. Look at that. That's straight up, buddy. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, and we all do. And you know what? We're all stronger for it. But we don't get to live there all the time. But you can't forget. And that's why I get upset about it, because there's a lot of stuff that I still gotta unpack and deal with and stuff. And again, like I got divorced in 2015, and then my brother died right after that, like literally like a week later. And then my cousin passed away like after that. It's all that fentanyl. It's all that crap that's been going around. It's just killing people. And my last words to him were, "Don't come here. I don't want you here. You're a junkie." And I never got to see him again. That haunts me every day. You know, that stuff. So again, this is my distraction from all that kind of shit. And this is why I like to goof around and be funny and be a laugh. But deep down, I'm not any of that. I'm a tortured wretch, just like everyone else. You know, but hey, man, like, and I'm not getting all whatever, but there's a reason I'm here.
And somehow we just
John's the man.
all ended up together on a Thursday night, which we were gonna just talk and have laughs. You know?
Sorry.
No, man. Like, I'm glad you came on, because this is big good stuff right here. This is connecting. This is what connections are.
Yeah,
you
you made me effing cry on the internet.
I'm sorry.
I'm the guy that, like, oh, you look, your AI avatar is gonna have a big tear in it. You fucking goof.
Yeah, I'll be good. See, but I'm just
playing. I'm playing, y'all. I don't care.
It's what's crazy about the crew, right?
Bro.
It's crazy. The crew, we're like for real.
I do too, John.
I mean, there's nothing like, I've never been to a live where you're just pouring things out like that. You're like, oh my God, here we are. They're gonna pour things out and make
again,
it.
Like at this point, Bird, in my life, I don't give a shit.
I know, and that's.
Do you remember the meme with Jack Nicholson? He's got his hair sticking straight up like one side like this, and it says, "Life gets easier when you don't give a." It's true. It's true. Life gets so much easier when you don't care what your neighbor thinks of you, because it's none of your damn business what he thinks, because it ain't going to change nothing. You see, and when I learned that, all of that weight came off my shoulders, right? And I'm like, ooh, I can breathe. So that's why earlier when, you know, and that's why I was saying earlier, like, if you don't like how I roll, then the door's right there and I'm cool. Just rock and roll, bro. And I don't care. Like, I'm not going to sit there and cry about it. Like that guy that said he hated me and he did like, oh, I hate you. That's great, buddy. But you still watch my videos. So guess what? Fuck you. So again, but when it comes down to stuff like that, bro, I still talk to kids and I mentor kids to get them off the street. And, you know, we do the soup kitchen stuff. And, you know, like I try and do stuff to help because I have to, not because I'm trying to fix, well, maybe because I'm trying to fix something, but I feel like I have to do that.
That's like, same. Yeah.
We all do. We all do, Sydney. We all do, man. Like, we all have to just accept what's up and move on. And but what scared me was that health scare this year, man. That really scared me. Everything else I've dealt with, because again, being in the streets since I was a teenager, unfortunately, you get used to tragedy. But when I lost my bro and I lost my cousin, and, you know, like, that's hard shit, right? But then when I started to think about, hey, man, what's my kids going to do when I'm in the box? Like, that's really what makes you think, right? Like, that's scary stuff.
Yeah.
And so,
like, I get that.
That's scary shit. So I learned a lot. And again, jury's still not out on certain things too. So, you know what I mean? But I'm okay right now, and that's where we're at. So it is what it is. But I'm glad you're here, John. That must have been scary shit. And then you got to ring the bell. You're here, and, you know, it's what it is. It's not what happens to you. It's how you deal.
I feel you, man. Like, nothing scares me. The only thing that scares me is if I'm not available for my kids, like, or whatever. Have I done enough? You know, that's this. Nothing else. I'm just like, oh yeah, whatever. That's it's cool. But then what you just said, it's like, have I done enough, or is this happen? Like, are they going to be okay if I'm gone? And it's like, I don't know. Maybe I got to stick around a little more to figure that out.
Yeah, well, and that's the hope, right? God willing, and that's what we try to do. But then they surprise you by doing something completely which hits everything you've taught them, and you didn't have to. You're like, oh, I didn't think you understood that day when I explained that to you. But then a month later, they do something. You're like, oh shit, all right, yeah, you get it, all right. You know what I mean? Or your kid graduates high school and you didn't, and had to go back to school and do it. 3-4 years later when you got your brain developed a little bit,
Right.
And you're right. Pride is a beast of a thing.
Pride really is the worst.
And I have none. I'm completely humble. I don't care. Now, 10 years ago, biggest jerk on the planet. 30-something. $150,000 a year job, brand new house, brand new car, trophy wife, happy life, right? Gone. So again, the moral of the story is you think you're high up in the life? No, it's a matter of 2 paychecks and you're back down to the bottom.
That is a sad reality. Isn't that crazy?
It is. And I was so arrogant. When I was, because again, I found success early in life. Like I really did. When I went back to school, I went to college, went to university, got a couple of diplomas like I got a degree. Like I went back to school, I did, and I got a good job. And then I rose fast because again, I came from nothing and I wasn't going back to nothing. That's the other thing, right? I'm not going back to nothing. I'm going to do something. And so again, that came at a price, right? I was mean to people. I was selfish. I'd look down on somebody who was on the street and be like, get a job, you bum. Excuse me? Pardon me? Like, who are you to say anything about anybody to anything about anyone? Like, where you get off? I was a real jerk. Really not a good person. And so, I had to learn. And that's how you learn. Lose it all. Come home and guess what? You get a note on the door from your wife says, guess what? I'm gone. And I took everything. Oh, and by the way, I cleaned out your bank account. Oh, I did get 2 kids to feed. What are you going to do tonight? You don't get a plate to eat off of. What are you going to do? Who are you going to call? What are you going to do? I didn't think I'd ever have to face that. I didn't think drugs are going to touch my family and interrupt my kids' life with their parents and stuff. I didn't think that was going to happen to me. It wasn't supposed to happen to me. I was a big hotshot guy, right? The BMW and the nice house and this and that, right? Driving around like I'm king, And did that stop from that coming into my house? No. Did it stop my marriage from falling apart? No. Right? Do you follow what I'm saying? So again, you're more than happy if everybody took their problems, man. They're more than happy to take theirs and go home, because there's always somebody who's got it worse than you, right?
Right.
What was that old saying, Bert? I used to complain that I had no shoes until I saw a guy with no feet. Yeah. So again, it's all learned the hard way, man. It really is. And trust me, I'm not super well off anymore. I don't have all this stuff that I used to have, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't need it. I don't care about that stuff. It doesn't bother me. I don't compete with the Joneses. I don't worry about this or that or the other thing. I don't care. I care about being a good person and making sure my kids are happy and waking up every day. That's what I care about.
Right.
My perspective's a little different than some.
I share the same perspective, man. Like, I feel pride blinds you of what you freaking really need. And
yes,
deep down, all you really need is to either love yourself, have someone else to love, have cats to love, like John. You just
Absolutely.
need a purpose of love, something to put your heart into and care for.
Absolutely, man.
Pride usually comes with cash and things like that's
it does. Yes, and that's the stuff
that don't matter.
Yeah. And that's the stuff that you get blinded by, right? And you start being around the people that are like that. And then, you got a whole crew like that, like a whole crew of, and I don't want to say, Richies, but they are, and they all hate each other behind each other's backs because they're all looking to see who's wearing the next, Tag Heuer watch, or who's got the next Rolex, or is that Armani? Is that Louis? And it's ridiculous, man. It really is. Like, I lived in Waterloo, man, like the high-tech capital of Canada. RIM, BlackBerry, Google, Microsoft, like, people driving with Teslas like 10 years ago, because we had the Tesla Google AI test bed there, or they driving the automated cars around and stuff.
Right.
Everybody was rocking the big stuff, and it didn't matter who you were, it mattered what you were. And I didn't like that. It made me feel uncomfortable after a while, right? But then I got my comeuppance, so I'm lucky. And
that, like, I remember when I was just
lucky, man.
Super prideful of this and that, right? And it's just like, when you're just focusing on that, you surround yourself with other people like that, and it just freaking it just inflates it, and they think it's right because you're surrounded people who have the wrong mindset, the perspective, right? It's just like,
holy crap! Check this out, David. Guitar off the cuff is playing the soundtrack of tonight's. Oh my God, this is perfect. This bluesy song is perfect for the topics we've been talking about. Thank you. Awesome. Maybe he drove us this. The music drove us to this point right now of just spilling hearts out.
No, because I've been watching John and I talk a lot, and I wanted him to know that when I'm talking, man, I'm talking from my heart too. I'm not just talking out of my bum. But this is for Rook, man. Rook, you helped me kind of open this up a little bit. We were talking and we were jamming and we were hanging out and sharing war stories, and what prescriptions you got, what attachments you got, are you disabled, are you walking with a limp? Like, we jammed it up, and it made me feel like, hey man, you're not alone in this. Because for a long time I felt like I was the only one that had things happen, and that's a selfish view, but that's how I felt, because everybody feels that way, Mm-hmm. And feelings don't make sense. They never did, and they never will. That's why they're feelings, right? So don't try to make sense of them. You can't do that. It just doesn't work. So thanks to Rook for helping me get to this point where I was able to even share any of this with you. I never told anybody this for a while. Like, I got a lot of crap on my plate too, man. I just don't like to air it on TV.
Right. Dude, the last 2 weeks, I'm on Rook's every day when I'm at work, but I've been testing and stuff, so I can't. I usually have it. Like, I can.
Oh yeah, we've jammed on there a couple of times when I missed
a lot of stuff because I'm just letting it be, and I'm like super busy, right? Because last 2 weeks of school should be not busy, but it is.
Busy. Oh yeah, no, it is.
I'm like literally.
It's not my story to tell, and it's not my story to tell. So if you want to connect with Rook and really get to understand how somebody survives, overcomes, moves on, moves ahead, go check her out. Right. She's awesome. Yeah, I like her a lot. Cool. She's one of my people. Yeah, now.
I seen John.
She's awesome, man.
But I'm just sad that I'm not able to listen, because I used to be able to listen because I had time. But I'm literally like
at that time.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man.
This was, man. Hey, Maiden, I'm so happy that you came on, man. This was one of the best ones I've done. Like, as far, because we went there. We went to a place.
I didn't want to, man, and I almost felt like that. Like. Yeah. We was almost at the new era tag there for a minute, but
but we went to a place we needed to all go to for the.
I think so. I think
to connect.
Well, the other thing is, I want people to understand when I talk, I'm not talking out of my butt, I'm talking out of my heart, and then that's why I can go to sleep at night. And Rook and I had this conversation. I have to look at myself in the damn mirror every day too. So, like I said, if I'm telling Timmy that it's 5'5" that he's going to get into the NBA, I'm not helping him at all. But I'm a liar and I'm a scoundrel, and I can't look at myself with a straight face. So that's what's up, and I'm like that. If I see somebody say something, I'm like, okay, what do you want? Like, let's talk. Let's just talk.
Right.
No one's going to get hurt. But now, like I said, like in 2023, people get all uppity about, you're verbally accosting me because you're saying something I don't agree with. you're hurt. You know, like words now are on the same level as physical violence, and it's blown way out of proportion. It's stupid, you know. It really is.
Yeah, you should see it in the classroom, man. It takes me
I
longer
do.
now to connect.
With my son, right?
Right.
With my
It's
son,
hard.
yeah.
It's hard to like, hey, look, this is how it's supposed to be. And what you're thinking is like, that's fiction. It's not going to be like, yeah, because they want to go, they think they're going to go out and make all this money and they're going to be successful in this. And like, dude, no, wait. Let's get you working first. Do some work because you're going to have to work for that thing. It doesn't come to you. And they think it could happen so quick. And I'm like, nah, it's not quick. You're in fantasy, man. And it takes a really long time. And I don't even reach them some points. I'm like, oh my God, they walked out of here and they still think they can go out and make it happen.
Poor little Timmy, eh? Nobody told him he couldn't jump.
It's just, and then I remember as a kid, we were told that. And did we believe it? No, we thought we're going to go make it happen.
Yeah. And of course, then there's the other side of that says, well, you can do everything you want as long as you put your mind to it. Well, that's bullshit too.
You got to
not true.
You got to put work.
But if you do that, you will exceed to your ability. Everybody's abilities are going to be different, right? Just like I can't control how somebody's going to perceive what I say, but I am in control of what I say. So if I say something that hurts somebody's feelings, then I will own up to it. Mm-hmm. But it's not my responsibility to make sure I coddle everybody in the world. Well, no, that's not how I roll. That might be 2023, but I was born in 77. I grew up in 93. When if you said something at a line at a grocery store, somebody give you a pop in the mouth. Guess what? You learn you never said that again. You never talked out of turn then, right? And there's none of that happened, you know?
Right. Yeah, I graduated in 93. So it's the same time. Same time. 93, 1993. This is how we settle things right here.
It was, unfortunately.
We're friends. Now they mess with each other on social media. Like, dude, how?
That's why. That's why when I told you the other day what happened with my younger boy,
right?
Because it had been going on since September, and he kept turning the other cheek. Guess what? There's no more cheeks to turn anymore. It was on like Donkey Kong. Like you talk about the kid's mother. Like, are you on like hallucinogens? Like, what's wrong with you? You don't do that. Especially a kid that doesn't have his mother in the picture. Like, what's wrong with you? But that's how kids are, right? They find that one thing and they just peck. But guess what? He ain't saying nothing now with a fat lip and a black eye. Sorry, bud. You caused that. No one throws you under the bus. You walk under it yourself.
That's like I remember seeing a thing here in I don't know, it was Coco, it was talking about the media. The media just twists things like, this is what reality is. No, that's not.
That's
reality.
Because they want to control you. Because the people that own the media, they want you to be controlled. They want people that are from different places, different races to hate each other because they make money on it.
Right.
You know how much money was made on BLM? And none of that money got to the communities. None of that money got to the ghettos. None of that money got to the houses or the people that needed it. It went to the corporations.
Right.
But they kept trolling that narrative, throwing it out there. Same here. Like it's, again, you have to be smart enough to see what's true and what's not. And now when you were growing up with me, when we were the same age, you know, when you watched the news, you knew pretty much that was the straight truth. Now, nothing's really true. It's a slant. It's someone's opinion. 100%, Rook. 100%. And I was an ally. I grew up in the neighborhoods. I didn't need to be given a pin by somebody that says, hey, you're my ally. No, I showed it every day by being open and honest and being a friend and learning about other people's cultures because I was interested.
Right. I
didn't need to be told I was an ally because I was in there with people, my friends, who I still have friends, a lot of them in the streets. Now, I can't be there. I have to distance myself away. But again, and you know, I have another friend who's kids in LGBT pride and all that stuff, and they're living their truth. And all I can do is say, hey, I'm proud of you. You're courageous. Because at 15 years old, in our generation, Bert, we couldn't say anything other than what was told to us. the company line. So I think, like I said, it comes back to the earlier point. I think there's hope because some of these kids in this generation are taking some of this stuff and are moving the ball forward.
You know what? I was just thinking of that because like 5-10 years ago, I'm like, holy crap. Oh no, the direction it was going, we're still going in the wrong direction. Don't get me wrong.
It'll come back though. It's got to swing
way
back.
the hell off course. But then there's a sail still that we could turn. It's not gone. We're not just like freaking gonna go over falls. Like there's slight chance with those kids, the people that are actually like trying to think critically and trying to say, wait, respect, like Adam said, they're trying to figure out what the hell is that. And maybe we're too prideful. It looks there are groups that are trying to correct the course, trying.
We are. And that pride leads you to that opinion, that politics that Rudini was trying to avoid.
Right.
And I'm just going to say one thing right now, whether you vote left or right, it doesn't really matter, because Mark Twain said in the early 1900s, if my vote actually mattered, they would let me vote. You got to remember, our governments are bought and sold by the lobbyists. It's not the world we grew up in. And until we figure out how to take that back for ourselves as a people, and we do that by loving each other, then they can't use the tools against you. The tools of when you don't like your neighbor because he's from another country, or he looks different than you, or he speaks differently than you. Right? Because when you truly love somebody, none of that matters. You see? You see?
Yeah, what's crazy is I can't take a side. But I realize this. I can govern myself.
Right. And I'm not saying for anybody right. I'm not saying for anybody to take a side. I'm saying the self-governance happens here. But when you are doing that, then you don't buy into the propaganda that's out there within the media and the TVs and the politics and all that stuff. Yeah. You don't play into that, right?
Yeah, I try. And you know what's crazy? I teach it. I have to teach the levels of this, and I'm like, oh my god, that's not how it works. So like for real, pre-selected electoral college. Guys, I got to teach you this because we're gonna test on it. But then I have to sprinkle in. You have to be the right person, and that you govern what's there around you, and you set your rules, and hopefully you choose the right path.
Right. Right. Exactly. Now, and for the kids that didn't have that at home growing up, generally the institutions like schools and society, the media, the reporters, there was a certain governance in society that was shown to you as an example. Whether you took it or not is different. But now that doesn't even exist anymore. So a lot of those safety nets for those kids that didn't have a home that stable, the compass, don't have the institutions to lean back on. And that's the piece that we as a society have to fix. Yeah, it's not politics, man. This isn't politics. This is just being a good human being. Yeah. You notice that I say I don't vote right or left because I'm not going to tell you how I vote, because guess what? It's none of your damn business. But being a good person is. That's all. So I don't like politics either. I think everybody's a liar and they're all thieves and they're all trying to steal your money. They are. And they're controlling you. And they're making you hate your neighbor so they can control you. So wake up. Yes,
Coco, I have to tread super lightly, and I have ADHD, so it's so hard for me to not nod a certain way too hard and try to, oh man, it sucks, Maiden. Could you imagine having to
Yeah, and I don't mean to let it fly, but you know what? It's not a matter, like if you can't have a conversation about how to be a good person in 2023, there's no hope for anybody.
No, that I can go full behind on, because really we're supposed to teach them early on, every grade level, how to be a good person. Yeah, that's called character ed.
Right.
Character education.
Right. Have I mentioned a political party by name? No. Have I mentioned a politician by name? Other than making them ride emus and unicorns? I'm an equal opportunity cartoonist. You see? So again, yeah, and that's the thing. Exactly, Adam. You do what's best for you, and you learn from others. So it's simple. So I learned a lot from you guys tonight, and you guys learned a lot from me. So hopefully you all still want to be my friend. And if you don't, I respect it too.
Oh man, I want to be your friend even more. Even more. Even more, for sure.
Again, I'm here. I don't drink beer, but I do welcome all criticism and praise. Doesn't bother me one bit, one or the other. Because I know I was good yesterday, but I'll be better today and I'll be better tomorrow.
That is correct.
Because I'm choosing to be better. You know,
and
do you do performance appraisals, obviously, for appraisals for school? Well, my boss and my performance appraisals used to hate me because I'm like, I don't want to hear what I've done good. I want to hear what I can improve on. He's like, why? I'm like, because I want to improve. I know I'm good at this. I'll say when I became a junior programmer to a director in 2 years, running the shop. I know this. I reported the VP in 2 years. Most people took 20 years to even get to level 4. Right. But I just had a knack and I knew how to play the game and I knew how to put people in the right places and connect people and be a good guy. And so I knew how to do that stuff. But I said, I don't want to know what I'm doing good. I know what I'm doing good. I want to know how to improve. So let me know what I'm doing wrong so I can get better. And you'd be surprised how many people can't take feedback, bro. They can't. They're like my younger son. You tell him something, he gets really angry. It's like, go, calm down. I'm trying to help you, because if I didn't care, I wouldn't tell you, and I'd let you keep being a jackass. You see, you notice that my level is: are you a jackass or are you not a jackass? It's very simple. Are you a donkey or not? Don't be a donkey.
Right.
But
you know,
Guru helped me out, man, for sure. He's a good guy.
We get every year we get these evals. And every year, everyone's all like, oh my God. They freak out. Teachers freak out when it's that time. And it's just standard stuff. It's like, man, I want to know what I could fix. Like what you said, like, tell me what I can fix so I could be better. But what's crazy is that we're so short-staffed that for the past 20 years, I've never had a great eval or an actual one because they've never been there long enough to see the eval. You can't see it on one day.
Yeah, it's right.
An evaluation is, okay, what are you going to tell from the 20 minutes that you saw me? It's probably the same as you, 30 minutes. You're going to judge me just based on 20 minutes? Go for it. Let's see. But you do see everything that builds into this. You don't see it. So evals are weird. So I don't care. I'm like, I don't care anymore. Like 10, 20 years ago, I'm like, whatever. I could care less because you know what? As long as I think I'm better and I want to be better. But like you said, I want to be better every day. So I'm always trying to do things like, let me try that. Oh, that sucks. Let me try this. Oh, that sucks too. This is starting to work.
Yeah.
We evaluate yourselves, but eval is crap. It's nothing because really you can't evaluate a person on just 20 minutes. Whatever.
No, you can't. No, for sure. No, you can't. And you know what? When the big boss comes down once a month and sees you at the, software engineer, we write software for businesses, John. So my claim to fame is I wrote some software that allowed computers on premise, which means that the business at the company talk to computers in the cloud and around the world, and wrote secure software on how to do communication. I never did any of the fancy dancy, like make things look nice or anything, which is weird because I'm doing graphics now, which is odd. I'm not that guy. I was always the guy that made things work and connect and work faster. And yeah, I was an integrator. Yeah. I was a systems integrator 5, actually, a senior domain architect for Microsoft. I was a Microsoft certified architect. That's what I did. It took a lot of work there. It is an interesting career, but then they can send that work offshore and get it done for pennies on the dollar now. So it's not anything special, right? Which is why when I had an opportunity to do something different, I took it because I was like, you know what? Quality time remaining, right? QRT. How much quality time remaining do I have in my life? Because when I was 20, everybody was ahead of me. Now that I'm in my 40s, everybody's with me. Next thing you know, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be in my 60s and everybody's going to be behind me. So, you know what? From 40 to 60, buddy, I better spend some time doing some fun stuff. Right? And I will check your premiere out after, Adam, when we're done this.
Yeah, I was going to direct people over there in like several minutes, but I'm seeing if he's still on. I'm on his channel right now. Because what I like doing is if there's something happening, right? 9:30, Zach goes live. And then 8:30 is Catattainment. I like to like, hey guys, go check it out. Peace out. You know, that kind of thing. But I'm checking to see where his premiere is at. I'm going to his home.
That's great, Dave. You're awesome artist. I love it, man. Whether you paint or whether you do guitar, write songs, it's all art. It's beautiful. And we're not all one thing all the time. I was an engineer too. I was a computer engineer. We're not static beings. We're evolving, and that's good, you know. Yeah, and it's fun. I love doing this now because I get to be me. I don't have to be a certain person. I don't got to get up every day and go somewhere I don't want to be, right? Dealing with people I don't want to deal with, pretending to be nice to people I don't like. It's a big, especially if you have ADHD, man. It's a big facade. It's a big mask to put over yourself every day. It's a hard way to live because I haven't been medicated since I was 12 years old. So I've just let it fly, man. I just do what I do. I don't know any different. So I just, because I was on Ritalin as a young kid and it really made my brain not that good. It made me a zombie and stuff. It was the 80s, right? So since I got off that stuff, I was just like, woohoo! I can multitask naturally. I can do 10 things at once. Watch. Right?
You're speaking my language there, sir.
Well,
as I'm loading in the Premiere link for Adam.
Well, and that's the thing. And that's the thing for coders or any software engineering people, any IT people who this kind of mind and the ADHD mind, it kind of gears you that way, right? Like you can do 15 things at once. But the other part of the ADHD part, Bert, and I'm sure you know this, is there's always that one thing you don't want to do, right? And you're going to waste so much time until the last possible second. And
grading papers.
Yeah. Me, it was writing papers. Oh my gosh, bud. It was horrible. I didn't like it at all. But again, I went back to school as an adult, right? So I, like, again, in my early 20s. So I went back because I wanted to go back, not because I had to go or some court order or, you know, somebody told me. I realized when I was 16, 17 going, I'm not going anywhere, that I got to do something. So I did grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12 mathematics, English, both Englishes and physics in 1 year. And then when I went to university, did calculus A and B at the same time. Same time of day and everything.
Right.
It was insane. But when you're motivated because you come from nothing and you want to change that type of life, you do that. You know, you do what you have to do. It's not a sacrifice. It's to further yourself, right? It's easy. So that's why I do everything 150%. Whether it's YouTube or my parenting or just being a friend, or I'm 150% kind of feller.
I try to go for the 150 as well.
No, it is. Because again, if I have to get out of bed to do something, I'm going to do it right. Else why bother?
Right.
Why bother getting up? You know, like just sleep.
This has been a fantastic stream, man.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I've yammered on for too goddamn long, man. I'm sorry.
I know, guys. Just to let you know,
editing after.
I'm not gonna edit nothing, man. I'm just gonna let it be what it is. And if they tell me that David's awesome jam behind this is copyrighted, I'm gonna say no, it's not. I'm gonna leave it.
No, Maiden's crying is though. Cut that shit out. Straight up.
Did you want me to? Did you want me to have to cut that out? God.
I'm just playing. I don't care. Like I said, I'm real as it gets. I don't care. Don't bother me at all.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I don't get embarrassed because I try to not
do
things.
Don't care. I just don't care. Like whatever. Don't care.
David's gonna send me a bill.
For sure. Yeah, Bill Gates. I'm gonna send a bill to your house. It's gonna be Bill Gates is gonna hand a handout for some kind of charity.
Yeah, that's
like when I see billionaires raising money for charity, I just want to snap. Oh, like, bro, like, what are you doing, man? Yeah.
It's like,
Anyways.
why don't you just give some of it? That'd be
Yeah.
great, right? Like,
Yeah, well, that's how they got there, right? They don't spend their own money.
yeah, I get it. Okay, that's the pride part, right? Like, no,
It is, yeah. It's
right,
crazy.
so-
The whole chat's amazing. You guys are awesome. And
Yes.
and Dave Sewell, can you give me a little guitar intro for Metal Monday? Like just even 10 seconds, man, of a really cool riff or really like Van Halen-y, like Twisted Sister, grab your player.
Yeah,
That
he
would
gave
be
me
awesome.
two. He gave me three things, and I've used two. I'm like, dude, this is good stuff. This right here, we've been listening to this for
Thank you,
2
brother.
hours.
Yeah.
2 hours on a loop.
And John, thanks for getting me out of my shell. You pushed me out of my shell, man. When you shared what I like. John Swessick. Sorry, I'm Canadian. I can't say that properly. You're an amazing person, and I'm glad you're here with me today. I really am. And we're going to have you on the Metal Monday with Dave, and we're going to talk heavy metal and purple and Mach 1 and 2 and Coverdale versus Ian, and we're gonna go down. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go down that road because I know what kind of person you are. I can tell. You're the kind of person I want to be around. You too, Bert. You too, Dave.
Yes.
You too,
Yes,
Ro.
sir.
You too, Sydney. You too, Michu. Everybody, the club.
Yes. These guys are the club, man. These guys are solid people. Solid
Yes.
means like super awesome. Right? Like,
And
that's
next
what solid
week you'll all get your Sea Org brochures. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, y'all. I'm kidding. Joking. But yeah.
That's how we grow. We push each other, right? That's
I'll get
exactly how
pissed
we
at
do
you
it.
too, bro. That's just how we are. It's all good. It's all good, John. Those are the people
But-
I respect. Because again, if you're gonna tell me, little Timmy, who's 5'5", that I'm gonna make it to the NBA, I'm gonna think you're a liar. And so that's it. You know, I misbehave too all the time, and I love it. I love it. So
I'd hate to do this, Maiden. Man,
yeah,
thank
we
you
gotta
for
go.
you.
I gotta eat
we-
my KFC.
Okay, guys, check this out. Thank you, Maiden, for coming on. I'll meet you backstage real quick. But guys, on the top pin channel link, Adam of Catatainment is having a premiere in 40 seconds. If you guys don't mind, I'm over there on my support channel. If you guys don't mind popping over and checking out Adam's premiere. But hey, thank you all for coming on. It's been super awesome. Dave, thank you for the jams. Thank you all for the memories. This has been a really good live stream with us on all these connections. But he's got KFC. But I'll see you guys all on Sunday. And we love you. This has been super. This has been great. But check out Adam's stream. It's up on there. Pop on over. I have my support channel. I'll pop on with my main after I meet with Maiden backstage. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.
See ya, Curly.
Peace out, guys. MDBC in the house. You have a great day.
Not only we're
guys.
in the house, we painted it and we did the backyard.
Oh yeah, it's the world, as Brooke would say. It's up in the world. See you
Hell
guys.
yeah.
Much love. Peace.